tease, yo.
What's up with these niggas?
Trying to see Compton.
Ow! The industry can hate me.
Fuck them and they mama.
How many options you really got?
Too many options.
I'm gonna pass on this body.
John Stockton.
Beat your ass and hide the Bible.
If God watching,
Sometimes you gotta pop out.
and show niggas
Certified boogeyman.
let's go with him.
Walk him down, hold
He
him
got
down.
some hoe in him.
Pull on him, bully.
Death row on.
Say Drake, I hear.
You like them young.
You better not ever go
To cell block 1
to any bitch that talk to him.
and they in love.
Just make
You hide.
Your little sister from
They tell me Chubbs I need the one.
to get your hand-me-downs.
Ooh. Ooh.
And party at the party.
Playing with his nose now.
Straight.
And Parker got a weird case.
Why is he around?
Certified lover boy.
Certified pedophiles.
Wop, 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 wop. Die, fuck 'em up. Wop, 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 wop. Do my stuff. Why you trolling like a bitch? Ain't you tired trying to strike a chord?
And it's probably A minor.
They not like us.
Not like us.
They not like us.
Never been like us.
They not like us.
Never will be like us.
They not like us.
They not. They not like us.
They not like us.
Never been like us.
They not like us.
Never will be like us.
They not like us.
I don't know what you heard about me, but a bitch did get $1 out of me. No Cadillac, no perms, you can't see that I'm motherfucking PIMP. I don't know what you heard about me, but a bitch can't get $1 out of me. No Cadillac, no perms, you can't see that I'm a motherfucking PIMP. Now shorty, she in the club, she dancing for dollars. She got a thing for that Gucci, that Fendi, that Prada, that BCBG, Burberry, Dolce and Gabbana. She feed them foolish fantasies, they pay her cause they want her. I spill a little G, man, and my gang got her. An hour later, had that ass up in the Ramada. Them trick niggas in her ear saying they think about her. I got the bitch by the bar trying to get a drink about her. She like my style, she like my smile, she like the way I talk. She from the country, think she like me cause I'm from New York. I ain't that nigga trying to holler cause I want some head. I'm that nigga trying to holler cause I want some bread. I could care less how she perform when she in the bed. Bitch, hit that track that you're dating, come and pay the kid. Look, baby, this is simple, you can't see. You fucking with me, you fucking with a PIMP.
Yeah.
I don't know what you heard about me, but a bitch can't get $1 out of me. No Cadillac, no perms, you can't see that I'm a motherfucking PIMP. I don't know what you heard about me,
Alright, man,
but a
we're
bitch
keeping it
can't get
smooth
$1
right now.
out of me. No Cadillac, no perms, you can't see
Look
that
at that
I'm a
bottom family
motherfucking
tree.
PIMP.
Get started.
I'm about my money, you see, girl, you can holler at me if you fucking with me. I'm a PIMP, not what you see on TV.
Yeah.
No Cadillac, no breezy, head full of hair, bitch. I'm a PIMP. Come get money with me if you're curious to see how it feels to be with a PIMP. Rolling the pins with me. You can watch some TV from the back seat of my V. I'm a PIMP. I don't know what you heard about me, but a bitch can't get $1 out of me. No Cadillac, no perms, you can't see that I'm motherfucking PIMP.
All right, man. I'll play 2 tunes. We're we're gonna get started, man. Leave a like button, family.
If you don't love yourself, know that you are loved.
This is your boy Jedi for Jedi Online, True Illuminati Live, Red Pill, True Illuminati. Click, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when we go live. And please put the number of your like in the chat, you know, like that. Family. Yeah, man. All right, one more pulling. One more. You know what? Let me tell you this. Family, that's the like button, man. The number of your like in the chat. After this, we're gonna get into it, man. Everyone's hey.
As the world turns and the moon fades and the sun begins to shine, like the flowers and the trees grow, you're always on my mind. I can't help but feel you all around me, even in my darkest hour. Yeah, you bring peace of mind, you bring joy to my soul. Yeah, everywhere that I go, every day that's been night, I think of you. Yeah, I think of you.
Hey.
You're the air that I breathe, you're the light of my life. I think of you, hey, I think of you. Everywhere that I go, every day that's been night, I think of you. Yeah, I think of you. You're the air that I breathe, you're the light of my life. I think of you, hey, I think of you.
Come on. All right, man. Big tune. Big tune. What you lot saying, man? Big up free sport. Yeah, man. All right, let's get to this, man. Let's get to this. Because I started to play it and then I was like, you know what? Let me watch it on the live. Do you know what I mean? So I didn't actually catch the actual fight. So for those that don't know, Muhammed Hijab. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Also, wait 1 second.
Taken his pride.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, Muhammad Hijab's had an MMA fight. So yeah, we're gonna look at it and let's see what we think, man. It's his pro debut. So let's have a look, mate. Big up, 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 King H. On code, wagwan. Where's the likes, brother? Big up everyone, man. So let's have a look at this.
Whoever builds a mosque for Allah, Allah will build for him a similar house. Whenever someone learns something in the masjid, yes, that will be something that you'll have on your scale.
I want to see that. Let me see that quickly.
Whoever builds a mosque for Allah, Allah will build for him a similar house in Jannah. And we know the great reward that will not only be gained, but rather will fill your grave after your death. Whenever someone prays there, whenever someone gives shahada in the masjid, whenever someone learns something in the masjid, yes, that will be something that you'll have on your scale.
These are two very large men. I think we're going to see some lightning connect here.
All right, so yeah, Muhammad Hijab versus Reese here. I don't know who Reese here is, but someone told me he's a journeyman. I don't know if you lot know what a journeyman is. Like, man said a journeyman is a man that just basically goes around fighting for peace and just gets knocked down, just gets broke up, and just get me. You put them up against your fighter to, like, you know, break the water, christen the thing. This is what I'm hearing. Yes, big up Sneaks. Come on. Yeah, man. Big up everyone in the chat, man. Please just hit that like button for me. Do you know what I mean? We've got 30 people in the building. The link is pinned to the top of the chat if you want to jump on and chat. We're going to go through this. And then we're going to get into the discussion about, well, we're going to look and see what people are saying about if MMA is halal. That means, is it permissible within the realms of Islam? As you know, Muhammad Hijab is a notable Islamic speaker in the UK, or a spokesman. And yeah, there's some debate about whether it's even a good look on the Islamic wave. So yeah, let's have a look now. Let's have a look.
Don't blink, ladies and gentlemen. Off they go.
Yeah, Hijab considerably taller than the other guy. No surprise. All right, looking at the other guy, I would say the other guy is out of shape. Straight away, I'm not hating. But I would say the other guy is out of shape. Put a 7 in the chat if you think the other guy, Reese here, is out of shape. Put a 7 in the chat if you think he's out of shape, man. Let me see. Let's get some interaction up in this bitch. Let me see. What you saying? What you saying? Is this guy out of shape? That's a lot of weight he's carrying there, man. It's a lot of weight. Hand-picked fighters. All right. Okay, we got 1-7. Okay, so everyone else thinks he's in shape. Okay. But what do I know? 7. What do I know? Okay. Never even reaching Hijab's chin. Like, okay. Big up Shani in the building. I don't know, cuz. But to be honest, if you're standing against someone of that height, you know, I feel like once you get to a certain weight in the heavyweight division, it ain't about height and that. It's just about how much you weigh. So maybe they probably weigh equally. You know what I mean? They probably weigh equally, but my man's considerably shorter and he looks out of shape, cuz. Yes, big up Kemo, big up yourself. Yeah, Anthony, was it Anthony Joshua that got knocked out? Yeah, by Ruiz. It's true. The out of shape. Yeah, it's true. He was out of shape as well. I don't think he was this out of shape, but he's a big guy. Actually, he might be worse. I don't know. You're right. You know, you remind me about that Ruiz, something like that. Good shoulders on him though, yeah. From when he was in shape. I feel like the shoulders and the top half is like the last to go. Do you know what I'm trying to say? The traps and that's the last to go. But the bottom half ain't looking too clever. But let's see.
Starts off with a jab.
Okay.
1-2 combination, leg kick.
Oh, brutal leg kick there.
Reese replies with a leg kick of himself. I think Reese is attempting a takedown there. Solid leg kicks. I can hear the bone snapping, bone on bone.
Reese looking to throw these big overhands. That typical style you'd like to see of a kind of a heavyweight boxer, just big overhand rights.
I tell you what, Hijab's trying to slow down Reese, with those leg kicks.
Beautiful left hook there.
Reese went for the overhand because he knows he's a big man. He has to throw the overhand, but beat style, Ben.
Yeah, you see him, short guy, he's looking to get in, but Hijab's done a beautiful job here of just keeping the distance with those leg kicks.
Oh my God. Yo. No way. Hey, that punch was crazy. That punch was mad. I have to reload that punch. That man. I don't know what he's
doing. Throw the overhand, but beat style, Ben.
Yeah, you see him, short guy, he's looking to get in, but Hijab's done a beautiful job here of just keeping the distance with those leg kicks.
That punch just missed by inches from Reese. Both guys having fun here. And it'll be interesting to see if Reese slows down with those leg kicks. They're clearly affected him.
It hurt him.
Hijab doing a great job. Those leg kicks are causing damage.
But is he sloppy? Is he sloppy, or is he just because he knows this guy's kind of shit? Because his hands is down. I don't know, man. This is pro fighting now. This is pro MMA. Yeah, you gotta be careful who you pick, bruv. Because a lot of man ain't gonna let that height advantage. Especially man, I want to know I want to know what you're like with man that can kick. You get me? Because these kicks is fucking him up, fucking up this fat guy. You get me? The man's got the reach advantage and he's just smashing your leg with kicks. You're pissed. I see why he did that jumping little punch. Yeah, the flying haymaker. He tried it. Man. Is that the UK or Arabia? Yeah, definitely the UK. The tattoo guy just looks really fat. Boy, you know.
You went to go low and went higher than Hijab.
I think I'd like to see Hijab feint the low kick, but come high. Reese's hands are very low.
I'd like to see Hijab use his reach because he's throwing a jab and then his arm punches. He needs to snap him out and step into the jab. Because he's clearly got the reach advantage.
Yeah, I think a lot of fights, especially debut, they're kind of feeling out. But I'd like to see that jab use a bit of a yardstick, measure distance to set up those bigger shots or his takedowns.
I mean, at the moment, Ben, it just seems like a stand-up K1 bout. You know, these guys need to mix it up. I'm sure the quarterman will say, "Listen, guys, let's get some takedowns." I mean, we saw Reese having half a takedown, but he probably thought he's a big guy. I don't know if I want to take him down.
And you see that a lot in the heavyweight division. Guys don't really want to risk the takedown because a lot of weight to be sprawled on top of you if you make a poor shot.
Very true, that, man. Again, Hijab needs to keep those hands up because there's a few times that Reese swung for the fences and one connection could be the end of it. Big hook there by Reese.
Yeah, Reese definitely finding his kind of comfort zone here. He's getting the feel, but as he's getting more tight, his hands are dropping. And someone as big as Hijab, something connects.
I mean, striking was, Hijab's, he's kept it tight. He's snapping it out. He just needs to step into it a little bit more.
I think as well, like those jabs where they connect not, follow them up with another jab.
Boy, that was round one. Not very eventful. I give the round to Hijab. Yeah, I don't know, cuz. I don't know. Obviously, it's a bit of a boring fight right now. I don't know if it spices up, if there's a knockout or what. What are you lot thinking, man? What's going on so far? Let me see the chats. Bro Punch is slow as hell. Fat Dude was the chip shop champion into Hijab fans will love him fighting to a big English bacon. Hijab slowing down and he ain't done much. Yeah, I'm thinking whether he's just taking his foot off the gas because he's just like, yeah, I can beat this guy. It might be confidence that's made man just chill out.
Jab or a right hand.
Let's get to the first round.
Right.
Muhammed Hijab, obviously.
That was round one.
Whoever builds a mosque for Allah, Allah will build for him a similar house in Jannah. And we know the great reward that will not only be gained, but rather will fill your grave after your death. Whenever someone prays there, whenever someone gives shahada in the masjid, whenever someone learns something in the masjid, yes, that will be something that you'll have on your scale.
People have been stopped by leg kicks. Jose Aldo.
Yeah, big up man like south side of the building. Yeah, you just arrived at round two. Round two still.
Uriah
Prime example.
Look at Jose Aldo, Uriah Faber.
Uriah Faber, man.
There's the
The like button
WEC
family.
Yep.
before the UFC had the lightweight classes.
And I'll tell you something. Reese here is going to feel those leg kicks tomorrow.
100%. I think like you're right with it affecting his balance. Like Hijab might connect, it might not actually drop him, but his balance is gone. It could send him backwards, and a bit of ground and pound on the back end of that, it could all be over. So,
well, right now, before, there you go. The take that. I could just predict it. Hijab's going to work with the ground and pound. He's punching blindly. He needs to posture up and look where he's hitting. Because Reese is actually blocking those shots.
Yeah.
He's not in trouble.
Reese, hold it. Yeah, that's it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it.
So Reese doing a good job here of keeping the posture of Hijab broken. I'd like to see.
What are you not saying? Yes, Shelly Shebs. Mark one. Man like Zulu in the building. Uncle said he's got zero technique. Which guy's got zero technique? The Holy Prophet Muhammad used to be wrestling, running and swimming. Yeah. All right, let's go.
Hijab try and posture up to land some shots, but again, that's a lot of
All right, Black Dust.
man to try and posture up.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I would not want to be under Muhammad Hijab right now. I mean, he's a mountain of a man, 6 foot 7 inches tall, almost 120 kilos. That's a lot of weight to have on you, especially if there's base there as well.
Yeah, whether it's in a like Reese looks safe here, but it's kind of one of those ones. It's still going to tax him here. He's few shots to the body.
That's what Hijab needs to do. He's softening the body up. He needs to go to the body and head as the cornerman is screaming out.
Ref, stand him up. Ref, stand him.
I mean, that shoulder pressure is going to be suffocated as it is, isn't it?
again, a lot of adrenaline, a lot of heat in that cage, and with another man smothering you, you're going to start to kind of panic, you're getting tired.
Because the same arm which Hijab is using to soften the body up, Reese's shoulders blocking his head anyway, so he's going to have to go the long way around.
Right, he's tired because my man's tired. He's tired from Hijab just laying on him, bro. But just look at him.
Man smothering you, you're going to start to kind of panic, you're getting tired.
Because the same arm which Hijab is using to soften the body up, Reese's shoulders
just
blocking
laying
his
on
head.
him. Look, watch him. He's kind of unconscious. Watch him.
Anyway, so he's going to have to go the long way around. And see, Sean Marley's screaming the instructions out
You can do
to the
this,
body
guys.
and to the head. And that's exactly what Muhammed did.
Yeah, Why did you take this fight thinking you would win, or did you just? Was it just a little check? Must have been a check, man. Must have been a check. See these guys that get paid to get knocked out and beat up. I don't even understand. I don't know, man. Whatever. It's a hustle, but what kind of hustle is that, man? You're just getting brack up everywhere. I'm gonna go and research this dude, Reese here. I want to see his other. Hold on, man. Reese here. I want to see if he's got any other fights about on the set. Reese. God. Reese is moving like. I don't know. He's moving like his heart's not in it. Like, what have you come here for? If you just come here for a check, just say that. Let's see. Reese here. There's no record of him anywhere. Except for this fight. Reese here. Boxing. Let me see. Reese here. Fight. No. Oh, we got something. We got something. Let's segue.
So ladies and gentlemen, we'll call 3 and 2 in the round.
He's throwing punches. Oh. He's going for it. Oh. Going for it. If he loses this fight, what are you not thinking? This is the dude that Hijab fought in the green shorts. Oh. Huggy. Bam. You know how long this round feels? What? Fighting and that. Listen, man, let me ask you lot something, yeah? Let me ask you lot something. You reckon that you can fight for 3 minutes flat out against someone that's trying to knock your head off? It ain't easy, you know. So take time. Humbleness is good. Yeah. When you're in the ring and you've been training or whatnot, and then you're fighting someone that's trying to knock your head off, and maybe has got the ability to do it. Yeah, cuz that's mad. So hats off to anyone that gets in the ring, first and foremost. Like,
Only 10 seconds.
he's going for it though. I will say that. Oh, he's lucky. Get off me, man. Get off me, man. Hold these licks, man. Hold these licks. Hold these licks, man. Hold these licks, man. Stop grabbing. Your belly don't care my way in. Oh. Yeah, he's tired. Hit him in the belly, man. Ooh. 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 Come on. Ooh. Push off him. Ooh. Get him out of there. Get him out of there. Ooh. Hold him. Don't know me, guys. He's fucked. Oh. Oh. Missed him. You missed him, bro. You missed him. Calm down. You missed him. Oh, he barely hung into that round. I think we know how this is going to go. I'm an all-rounder. Get out of the way, ref, man. The ring's tiny. Get off me, man. Get off me, man. Let me work. Let me work. Get off me. Ping, 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 ping. Right, hurry up, man. Hurry up, man. You knocking it out or not? What's happening there? He's gonna last the round. Stop hugging, man. Fucking hell. Get off, man. Hey, this guy missed most of the shots he's thrown, man. Boo, man. Boo. But anyway, like I said, but this guy in the black, he missed most of the shots. He could have not took this guy out time ago. My man was hanging on for dear life. Reese here, he's got poor stamina. We can see that. Let's get back to it though, man.
The referee is basically resetting them back in the center of the cage in the same position. I would have actually liked to see the referee stand them up there because there wasn't much action happening, was there, Ben?
I don't think the space was the issue. I think it was just the position.
Okay.
So, like, I think resetting this position, we're not going to see that much more action. I think standing them back up within the right call there, not resetting them back in the middle in this position.
Stand them up, Ref. Stand them up.
Hijab is, I mean, he's resting as well. He's comfortable there. He knows it. He needs to get his forearm, create some space, and go for the ground and pound. Because he's got, there you go, he's doing it. He's got all
Here we go, big elbow. But again, Reese straight back into controlling the head.
Yeah, I don't think that one elbow did much damage there to Reese. I mean, look, he may not have the advantage on the ground, but he's a fighter. He's been in the ring or the cage 50 times. You know, that just shows how it is.
Disappointed.
I think here, that round.
Whoever builds a mosque for Allah, Allah will build for him a similar house in Jannah. And we know the great reward that will not only be gained, but rather will fill your grave after your death. Whenever someone prays there, whenever someone gives shahada in the masjid, whenever someone learns something.
The hijab is a hijab.
Especially both these guys, so big, throwing some power behind their shots. If something connects, it could be done.
So Hijab is using his lead hand here to keep Reese at bay, to gauge the distance. And he started off doing that in the last round and caught the kick. So I think he's going to look for that takedown again. But it's a case of if Reese will be smart enough to realise that that's what he's trying to do.
It's nice to see Reese moving a little bit more. He's circling away, he's moving around.
Again, you heard that from the crowd there, you know, it's so dangerous, that punch. And he's a heavyweight, so that connects, it's lights out.
Yeah, that's a lot of leg to be teamed with, so.
That's the end of the fight. Body shot.
Yep.
Kick to the sternum area. Muhammed Hijab takes the win at the main event.
Right, was that it? Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's a Yeah, that's a
Wow. Okay. What do you lot think about that, fam? What do you lot think about that?
lot of leg to be teamed with, so.
That's the end of the fight.
Disappointed. We wanted to see a knockout or something. I mean, technically, I guess I thought it was a low blow or something. That's why he went down. That's why man allowed him.
Body shot.
Yep.
Kick to the sternum area. Muhammed Hijab takes the win at the main event on One Bar Combat Challenge.
Yeah,
And
we
he's
were
all right
talking
now.
earlier with Shoaib about how bad a body shot can be, and it's like you saw that it landed. Reese kind of took a second and was like, "No, but it's done."
Yeah, I mean, it was to the midsection, and if you've been teeped to that region before, you know how that feels. And when you got someone like Muhammed Hijab, who's 6'7" tipping you in the stomach, you're going to go down.
Yeah, I think as well. Going into
Main event, that was penultimate fight on Ummah Combat, the third show. Yeah, you know, is it going to be going back to the gym and working on things and coming back again stronger? We're going to wait and see.
yes, And again, fantastic show from you, MMA.
One of my coaches,
Okay.
Aristotelian philosophers, including Aristotle himself.
Oh,
We have
speak.
seen people in fashion. Every single one of my absolutely.
Muhammad, quick couple of words. Amazing support first and foremost for you.
Absolutely. First, I want to say Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. وَمَا رَمَيْتَ إِذْ رَمَيْتَ وَلَكِنَّ اللَّهَ رَمَى. That you did not throw when you threw, but it's Allah who threw. So everything that happens to be in goodness belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I also want to thank every single one of my coaches, the head coach, Stuart Austin, who's done a phenomenal job at Fight Zone to get a history teacher like me to get into the ring and to win in the way in a spectacular fashion that I did. Number one. Number two, I want to thank Fight Zone and Roger Gracie Academy and Big H and Rowan and everybody who's contributed to this success. And I want to thank all of you. And you know, this couldn't have been done without the will of Allah. And when you believe in the qadr and the will of Allah, everything's possible.
Why MMA?
MMA is a way to empower people. We have seen people all over the world being hurt. We're seeing them being injured. And there's no way out of that except to develop the fundamental virtue which even Aristotelian philosophers, including Aristotle himself,
what's going on?
consider
What's
to be the
going on?
chief most of importance, which
No, we don't want this. What is this? Is he still talking? No.
is
I've
bravery
gone down
itself.
for a minute.
Bravery is the most important thing to develop, and you can't develop bravery as a muscle if you just talk about it theoretically. MMA, for me, is one of the best and ultimate ways to prove bravery on a physical level. And that's why I think it's very important to do.
One more question for me, Muhammad. How did this victory compare to your victory against Piers Morgan on that debate?
I'll tell you what, I tell you the truth. This victory was more for my own personal growth and for the Muslim people, but that one was for a cause directly. That one was I consider to be an act of worship. So anything that is considered to be an act of worship for me is always more dear to me than the things that I do in my pastime, I have to be honest. But having said that, there is one weasel who has been running away, and this is probably the first time in the history it's happened. But, you know, as you know, I'm a debater as well, right? I want to challenge somebody, and it's not who you think it is. It's not a fighter. It's not you, my friend, don't worry. It's Ben Shapiro. Yes, you're a coward, Shapiro. You've been running away. I don't expect you to fight like us, the people of the resistance, and the people that fight against the I don't expect you to do anything like that. But Ben Shapiro.
Yeah. So after this, a couple of people was like, yo,
Making his pro debut today.
halal.
Sick.
Is it a halal thing? So I think he got drawn into a conversation. Where is it now? Let me try to find that for you. Boom, let's see.
So we're here at the Ummah Combat Gym. You had your fight last night, the MMA, your first debut into this arena. Now, some people are going to be asking, but isn't this forbidden? Isn't MMA forbidden? Striking in the face, the famous narration.
There is a famous narration in Bukhari which says, إذا ضرب أحدكم أخاه فليجتنب الوجه فإن الله خلق آدم على صورته. That if one of you fights his brother, then let him avoid striking in the face because Allah created him on his image. Now, this hadith has been interpreted in multiple ways. This is the hadith that's used to, if you go on Islam QA now, and you ask Islam QA, is boxing halal or haram? They'll say it's haram based on this hadith. Because a lot of the scholars, for example, Al-Qurtubi and Al-Nawawi and others, major scholars of hadith have said, striking in the face is haram. And that you could argue is the dominant position. However, it's not the only position. So, for example, in Islam, there are people, especially of the Hanafi school of thought, people like Al-Tarabushti, people like Al-Kawrani, people like Mufti Ali Qari, and others, many others. Even Al-Shawkani mentions this in his book as well, outside of the Hanafi school, that say that actually this doesn't apply to non-Muslims. Because it says, أخاه. He says, for example, إذا ضرب أحدكم أخاه فَلْيَجْتَنِبْ الْوَجْهِ. If one of you strikes your brother, then let him avoid hitting the face. So he says, these guys argue, أَخَاهُ هِي أَخَاهُ الْمُسْلِمِ, his Muslim brother. So he should avoid hitting the face. And they say in this...
But aren't we all Muslims? Aren't we all Muslims? Do you know what I mean? So technically, you can't punch no one in the face. Aren't we all Muslims? Is man twisting? Because I don't know. That's mad. So basically, it comes down to which scholars you're gonna follow, which understanding, which other people's understanding to how you're gonna apply that. Is there anyone in the chat that knows or has any information on this for me, man? Let me know, man. Is MMA, is it halal? Is boxing halal?
My name is Sayyid Bayazid Islam. I'm from Bangladesh. Is boxing or MMA, mixed martial arts fightings, income halal in Islam? A similar question is asked. My name is Amar Nazir Ahmed from India. I'm a big fan of your work, sir. I want to ask you whether if MMA, mixed martial arts, is haram. As you know, our Muslim brother Khabib is famous in it. He is an inspirational fighter. Can you please guide all our Muslim brothers and me whether to join this sports or not?
Big up, Hajj.
The basic question posed is that is boxing permitted? Is mixed martial arts MMA permitted? Can we take part in these sports, in this competition? As far as boxing is concerned, before I give the opinion of the Muslim scholars, as far as boxing is concerned, there are many non-Muslims who are against this sport. And they say this is not a sport at all because it harms the human being. There are many non-Muslim organizations which have objected and have asked that this boxing should be removed from the international sports. It is not a sport at all. As far as Islam is concerned, any sport which is beneficial for the human being, which helps the human being and has got no harm, it should be done. But if the sport is not beneficial and is harmful for the human body, then we should abstain from it. So these non-Muslim organizations, they have filed petitions in many countries. Unfortunately, most of the countries have disagreed, except Sweden. Sweden is the only country which has agreed to ban boxing as a sport. If you read the Huna magazine, which published from London, they say in the magazine that from 1945 to 1983, in a span of 38 years, 350 boxers have died because of injuries during the boxing match. And there are tens of thousands who have been injured. So based on this, they want to ban this sport because it is harmful for the human being. As far as the Islamic ruling is concerned, we know that our beloved Prophet Muhammad said that when two of the Sahabas were wrestling, he said that do not hit on the face. The Prophet prohibited from hitting on the face. We also know that when the lady who was given the punishment of stoning to death because of adultery, the Prophet said, do not stone her face. Imagine when there is a Hajj penalty given, when a person does adultery and this punishment given, even at that time the Prophet said that do not hit at the face. So in Islam, hitting at the face or injuring the face is not permitted. So based on this, if you compare and see in boxing you get points, especially when there's a boxing match, and you get more points if you hit at the face. The maximum point that you get is hitting at the face. And the best match you can win is with a knockout punch. That means the more you harm the opponent, the more points you get. This is again the concept of Islam. Based on this, according to Imam An-Nawawi, he says that this sport, it should not be permitted. It's not Islamic because you're harming the body, hitting on the face. Based on that, this sport is not permitted. So based on this hadith of not to harm the face, not to harm the human body, most of the scholars, they say that boxing and any type of martial art which causes injury to the human being, in which it involves hitting of the face and injury of the human being, it is not permitted. However, there are some scholars who say that if you are learning boxing or some martial arts for self-defense without involving in competition, because in competition, you have to attack your opponent, you have to hit him, you have to beat him, otherwise you cannot win. So they say that if you train yourself in boxing or martial arts only for self-defense or only for health reason or also being prepared for jihad, etc., but it doesn't involve in competition.
I said prepared for jihad. Oh my gosh. Delete this. Delete the whole stream. Ooh. Silverback said, Takbir. Oh man. People say, why is he saying boxing? Why is he saying boxing? You're taking the piss. Loud uncle, man.
Where you have to hit the other person. In these cases, it is permitted. This is said only by some scholars. But the majority scholars say involving in boxing as well as martial arts, where there is injury to the human body and attacking the other person, it is prohibited.
Prohibited. That's him. Like, a random guy. I don't know if he's someone big in the community. I just searched on YouTube and came up with the first video. But yeah, just to hear someone else's quick perspective. Let's get back to what Hijab was saying.
Let him avoid hitting the face. So he says, these guys argue, Akhahu Muslim. His Muslim brother. So he should avoid hitting the face. And they say in this context, what it means is, Akhahul Muslim is like, for example, there's another hadith that says that this is not their explanation, but this is just to explain it to you. What is backbiting? What's the tarif? What is the definition of backbiting? The definition of backbiting is dhikrika akhaka lima yakrahahu, that you mention about your brother, same wording, what he hates. So the argument here is that, well, actually, akhaka here does not apply to non-Muslims, which is why the vast majority of scholars say backbiting doesn't apply to the non-Muslims. It doesn't apply to fusaq of the Muslims either. Even some scholars say, if you go on Islam QA now, is backbiting allowed on fujar, fusaq? Even Munajjid will tell you, whoever does the fatwas, no, it does not apply on fusaq, and it does not apply on kuffar. So the argument here is that akhaka here in the hadith does not apply. There is another opinion, by the way. So there are three opinions in Islam. The first opinion is that it's haram for Muslims and non-Muslims. You could consider that majority opinion. You have the second opinion that it applies for Muslims and it doesn't apply for non-Muslims. And the third opinion is that it's not even haram for Muslims in some context, and that this is just a recommendation. And once again, you'll find this in some of the shuruhat of the Hanafi school. And we've done a video with the Sheikh Zishan in Norway. You can watch the video maybe. We've done a proper bath on this, Maktab al-Shamila, proper research on this. And this is the conclusion. There are three opinions in Islam. Now, it's not like
that for training, the last one.
It doesn't specify, the hadith doesn't specify training or not training. I'm just, because the thing is, the question of this hitting the face doesn't come up in books of fiqh. It doesn't come up books of Islamic law. It comes up in the shuruhat of hadith. It comes up in the explanation of hadith. And so I'm only telling you what the tradition says. trying to be honest with the tradition. Yes, Qurtubi now some big figure says haram, mutlaqan. I'm personally not convinced with this argument. Everyone can follow what they want to follow. There's the other opinion, which I think is very plausible, which is Muslim, non-Muslim distinction. And the third opinion, which is that even for Muslims, because it says it's a recommendation, it's not al-wujub, which means that usually a command is given for al-wujub. But for example, the Prophet ﷺ told us to do tasbihat, like subhanallah, alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar, after the prayer. Okay? Do you have to do that as wajib?
No.
No, you don't have to. So some say that sometimes al-amru can be li, for example, al-mustahab. Could be something more mustahab. So they make the argument. These are three different arguments.
Okay, so just to push back on this a little bit.
Yeah.
There is no harm or reciprocation of harm. Couldn't someone use that as
You can use that for gymnastics.
How?
But if you look at the injury rate on gymnastics, I would argue it's probably quite similar to mixed martial arts. If you want to say harm or reciprocating harm, how many people are making tahrim of rugby? How many people make...
Yeah, but it's designed. But there's certain sports that's designed to harm, though. That's the thing. Punching someone in the face is designed to harm. Doing a backflip or being good on the pole vault or the trampoline, it's not designed to harm. Can cause harm. There's risk, but then you wouldn't do anything. You wouldn't ride a bike. You wouldn't do nothing because it could all cause harm. But it's the things that are designed to cause harm, like intended. So I feel that man's playing a little mental gymnastics, and obviously because he knows all the big Arabic words and the big Arabic, the big Arabic words and the big Islamic scholars and that. You get me? I wouldn't be able to argue with him about it. Obviously, I'd go with common sense, but I don't know. It's a tough one. It's a tough one still. But yeah, man's
tahrim of American football. It seems to me like the main tahrim focus is on mixed martial arts because of the hadith. La darar wa la dirar, or the idea of reciprocating harm. It can apply. I'm not saying it can't apply. If someone is deteriorating.
And the wickedest thing is that hadith or whatnot is literally directly about people who are wrestling. So my man said, the Prophet said, basically, you men are wrestling, but don't punch each other in the face. You get me? Can't punch your broski in the face. Standard. That's what he's saying. So no face punches. So he didn't say stop wrestling. He just said no face punches. So it's kind of direct what man's saying. No face punching. It's like when Christians try to get around the whole Christmas tree thing, and you've got it in Deuteronomy or whatnot about don't bring the tree into the yard. And Christians just want to go around it, and somehow they got a tree in their yard, but they say they're Christian. So like people will bend and warp religion, you know, for their meat, for their suiting, and then they'll lean into the things that they enjoy. Like I always say, you can't kill the demons you love. You get me? So you're gonna defend and see what I think that possibly like when he said this and he really meant, or when they say this, or it's one interpretation, just so that your lifestyle can fit into it, or so that it can fit your lifestyle. So you're trying to bend the religion to make it fit you rather than you bending to fit the religion. You know what I mean? This is dangerous because I'd be wrong, and he is wrong in promoting it as halal, but why he should date, he doesn't know, and keep the fight private. What? Yo, Silver Size experiencing some malfunctions. Yeah, justifying your choices. They say the law is done away with. LOL. What was you though? What you saying? You're there, yeah? You say you got a quick half hour or something? I don't know. Pass through if you're about. Right, let's hear some more.
Created from a health perspective, then this could apply to them. Of course it could. I'm not saying, but if you want to apply it to one sport, let's apply it to gymnastics. I can go and see the injury rate in gymnastics. Go and check it out. Which sports have the most injury rate? It's not actually what you think it is. You'd be very surprised. Diving from the top of the web, all of these have risks attached to them.
So the question is, when do we stop? So I'm not saying halal or haram. Remember, it's not really my job to do that here. My job is just to transmit what scholars have said. But here's the thing: there is a qaida, there is a principle in religion, in fiqh, which all of the scholars mention, from all the schools of thought, all four of them, which is la inkar fi masail al-khilaf. There is no blame on issues of difference of opinion. This is an important thing. So, for example, if a woman believes in the niqab is fard, she has to cover her face. Another woman who believes no, it's not fard, the sunnah, which is the opinion, let's say, of the majority of scholars. The one who believes it's fard cannot enforce that opinion on the one who believes it's sunnah, because there's a difference of opinion. Put it this way: can you do mubahala on this hadith that it definitely means all people? You can't do mubahala, which means yahtamilu dhann.
So just on this point, what feedback? Because obviously you're a very prominent figure.
Yeah.
When you put out the fight, people knew it was going to happen. Did you hear anything other than what you expected in terms of the replies?
I think people are like, sorry to say, the haram police need to really think about what they're doing. Because fine, you can say something is haram, but if someone doesn't believe it's haram, deal with them as if they don't believe it's haram. You're telling me you think it's haram. Okay, fine. I get why you think it's haram. I get the argument. But I don't believe it's haram, having looked at it from my own perspective. So in that case, I don't believe I'm falling into sin. Do you get it? You might be, if you did it, you'd fall into
very liberal. Very liberal of Muhammad Hijab. Maybe his stance, I don't know. It's a very liberal stance, you know. And if you don't think something's haram, then it's just a difference of opinion, isn't it? I hear him still. I was basically saying, as a public figure, hold on. As a public figure, it's dangerous to promote something halal when he could be wrong, unless you're 100% facts, because billions of people after he's gone could be following him. But yeah, it's very liberal. Like, cool, listen. If it's haram to you, it's haram to you. If it's not haram to me, then it's just difference of opinion. Like, that's it. I hear you.
What feedback? Because obviously you're a very prominent figure.
Yeah.
When you put out the fight, people knew it was going to happen. Did you hear anything other than what you expected in terms of the replies?
I think people are like, sorry to say, the haram police need to really
hit the like button, family.
Because fine, you can say something is haram, but if someone doesn't believe it's haram, deal with them as if they don't believe it's haram. You're telling me you think it's haram. Okay, fine. I get why you think it's haram. I get the argument. But I don't believe it's haram, having looked at it from my own perspective. So in that case, I don't believe I'm falling into sin. Do you get it? You might be, if you did it, you'd fall into.
Whoa. That you got to really watch that out. You got to watch that. I'm looking at it from my own perspective, so I don't believe I'm falling into sin. If you believe it's wrong or haram, and then you do it, you will fall into sin because you believe it's sinful. But if I don't believe it's sinful, then I won't fall into sin. That's an interesting perspective. I have to ponder that still. I have to think about that. What are you lot saying? What do you think about that perspective Hijab's given? It's a new wave.
The sin because you believe it's haram. But I'm doing it, I don't believe I'm falling into sin because I looked at the hadith. I'm not really convinced it's talking about everyone. Even like, for example, the arguments that Nawawi and Al-Qurtubi are giving, like, they're saying things like, فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ خَلَقَ آدَمَ عَلَى صُورَتِهِ. In the end of it says that Allah created Adam on his image. That indicates it's talking about all humankind because it's I don't see a connection.
Is there a thing in Islam where it's like, if you think it might be haram or you're not sure whether it's haram, just don't do it? If it's not a necessity, then just don't do it. If you have a suspicion it could be haram, but you're not sure, is there not supposed to be a thing where you're like, okay, you just when in doubt, leave it out kind of thing? Like, for instance, here's a example, right? Everyone's ordered some rice, Yeah, some fried rice. Everyone's ordered some fried rice. Yeah. And somehow there was a mix-up. Yeah. And we know some of them have got pork in it. But when we open up the fried rice, we can't tell which one's got the pork in it, which not. Yeah. Like you're looking at your rice thinking there could be pork in this. Yeah, there's a chance there could be pork in this. Now, if you eat that and there's pork in it, are you absolved from the crime of eating pork? I believe you're not, because you had a suspicion. Now, on the other hand, if you was handed some rice and you ate that rice and then found out there was pork in it, you would then be absolved of your sin, so to speak, because you had no knowledge and no suspicion. So I feel like when you have a suspicion it could be wrong and you act on it anyway, if it turns out to be wrong, you're holding the fucking penalty. Or am I wrong? Like get me? I'm not a Muslim. I'm just putting two and two together. This is how my common sense would work. Basically, everything goes if you think it's right. He's elevating himself to God. Yep, that's what I do, Jeds, most of the time when I know it's not much of a loss. Yes, Jedi, they're supposed to say Allah knows best and leave it alone. What kind of rice? I don't think that's a sin. Oh, you don't think it's a sin? Okay. Okay. A principle. He's playing an ignorant young man's minds by saying what he's saying. Ah, you're right, Jedi. I would avoid it unless I was broke and didn't have money for food. I wouldn't pray for us. Yeah, I feel like my example was good anyway. Yeah, I feel like my example was good. And I feel like, yeah, if there's a suspicion that this thing is alcohol, you got a suspicion it's alcohol. There's a suspicion. You're not sure. 50-50. It could be alcohol. It might not be alcohol. If you drink it and it's alcohol in the end, then you drank alcohol in it, knowing there was a risk of it being alcohol. You ate pork, knowing that there was a risk there was going to be pork in that rice. Yeah. And you punch man in the face, knowing a risk that was haram. Just, you know, there's a risk that you said the majority of the people in your faith believe that that's haram. So you know there's a risk. You ain't sure. Like you said, you're not saying it's haram. You're not saying it's haram or halal. That's what you're saying. You're not saying that because it's not your job to say that. Therefore, you know that there's a risk and you're doing it anyway, like leaning on your own understanding. And you're like, yo, I don't think I'm doing a crime because I'm not sure. Because I'm not sure. I've got a different opinion, but you're not sure though. So there's a chance you could be wrong. If there's a chance you could be got wrong, why are you doing that? Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. But he wanted to fight in the gym, apparently. He wanted to fight in the gym, apparently. He didn't want to fight there, apparently. Even though, yeah, it did seem like we was going to find somewhere to go and fight, didn't it? Did look like that. I don't know, man. I'm confused. I don't know what happened. I'll take your story. I ran. You get me? I was too busy running. I can't even remember. It's not haram to punch the kuffar. I hear you still. I hear you. I hear you, man. Big up yourself, Peak Abu. Yeah. Who's that? LT, big up yourself. Like number 58. Hit the like button, please, family. In it. All right.
Between the second part of the hadith and the first. I personally don't see it. I'm not convinced. Now, am I allowed to follow an opinion that yeah, just like anyone else can follow whatever opinion they want to follow. Even if it is a minority opinion, so long as it has scholarly backing. We're not saying this, it's not a modern fatwa, this is actually a classical fatwa, going back 1,000 years ago. So that's the first thing. The second thing is this, Akhi. Let's assume it's haram. Let's go with the argument that's haram. What is the ruling on car insurance?
Haram.
It's haram. It's haram. Car insurance is haram. The same people that are commenting that.
Whoa, don't do that, bro. Don't do that. Don't start. Let's not compare harams. You was doing good. You didn't need to start comparing harams, man. Yeah. Once we start doing haram compare, It's a whole different animal. Get me? Haram compare. Compare the haram. Loud that, man. Loud that. I don't think you lot should do that. But what do I know, man? I don't know nothing, man. My Muslim mate invited me to the mosque the other day. Say last Friday. I see him again today. He was having a good chat, man. Do you know what I mean? He's the one that put me onto this. Really. He's having a good chat. And he was like, yeah, Jedi, like, no matter what, man, no matter what, how people try to spin it, these things are haram. Like, you know, it's unfortunate that brothers should just be like doing the scholarly thing and that, but man wants to do the limelight and fight and all that for ego. This is what he was saying to me. I'm just listening to him still. And it's funny because, like I said, on Friday, I saw him and he was like, yeah, Jedi, I was just talking to my mate about how good it feels to come out the mosque and pray. After you've prayed and that, man, you need to come in. And I was like, yeah, man, one day I'm gonna fly through. I've been to a mosque before, you know, multiple times. And then we just got into a little conversation. You know, the man, they're doing a soft hour. I like him though, because he's got a good light to him. You know what I mean? A good light to him, an open heart, and he's honest. The one thing I like, man, whenever you're in your religion and that, if you can maintain, if I can see that you have reality and honesty, do you know what I mean? Then, because it's the delusional mindsets put you off religion. Just like the customers in the shop can put you off buying something. As you walk in or as you walk past and you see who's in there eating or drinking or buying stuff, that in itself can determine whether you want to go in there. People don't, you know what I mean? Because everyone likes to absolve themselves of their part in putting people off. Get me? But when you run around with the uniform screaming you're part of this and you're part of that, and then your behavior is like fucking disgusting or your mindset's delusional, it puts people off. Get me? That goes to all the religious groups. Get me? Often I feel like the woman in the street shouting the Bible verses on the megaphone, screaming and shouting, is putting people off actually wanting to find out about Jesus or religion. You know what I mean? Because I don't know, man. Just has the adverse effect. Or like when you see certain nations claiming to be Christian and they're bombing up and raring. Obviously, that's going to put other people off Christianity. I don't know. Just a little example. Whatever. Yeah. All right, let's keep going anyway.
They've probably got car insurance. Now, the reason why they've allowed it for themselves,
but they can say that's compulsory and go to jail.
No, but they can take the public transportation. It's not darura. It's not. When it comes to finances, they always find loophole, no problem. It's not darura in the sense that it causes halak. Halak means destruction. Why have you got car insurances? Haram is a major problem. I'm not going to say it's a major sin, but it's a problem here. It's haram according to all schools of thought, insurance. But you're allowed because of hajjat. So al-hajjah can sometimes graduate in your mind to the, you don't have any, if I'm driving a car, when I'm driving a car, I say, have you got insurance, brother? Because that's haram. No one says that because in their mind, they think it's become so widespread. I'm saying what's also become so widespread is the weakness of Muslim men in a sedentary lifestyle that they live. I'm saying that's become as widespread. What I'm thinking is also widespread is racism in the West. And Islamophobia in the West. Anti-Islam, that's become widespread. Akhi, call it what you call it. You can say, well, you go grappling, just do grappling. But the truth of the matter is, anyone who's not fighting knows that if you don't know how to deal with punches and kicks to the body and all that stuff, if you're experiencing it the first time, how are you going to fulfill your functions as a man? Answer me that question, really. You got this white man over there, this racist. I'm not saying all white men are racist. I'm just saying white racist for the sake of argument. EDL. He's been doing boxing, he's been doing kickboxing, he's doing all those kind of things. He confronts you and your wife and your kids in the street. You're in the ghurba, you are in a foreign land, yeah? And then now you're fighting in front of your wife and your kids. He has training, boxing training, kickboxing training, grappling training. You, because of the fatwa, have decided not to do that. No problem. Now let's fight.
Man's created a whole blockbuster movie, you know. But I agree, you have to be able to defend yourself. But if the religion or the scholars or whatever saying whatever, the hadiths are saying whatever, that's for you lot. Like, you know, for me personally, looking at Islam, I feel a lot more comfortable with the Quranic stance and version of Islam. I feel like I've said this for years. Once the Hadith is introduced, there's a lot of confusion, and then it slightly changes the religion. Like, I think everyone could agree, even Muslims would agree. Without the Hadiths, Islam is almost like a completely different religion. Standing alone, the Quranic Islam and the Quranic and Hadithic, you know what I'm trying to say? They're very much two different versions, you know, because in the Quran it doesn't even really specify, you know, what you should fast on Ramadan and your praying positions and this and that. There's a lot going on added into the Hadiths, or you know, that supplements. You know what I'm trying to say anyway. Yeah, it seems like he's justifying his interest, someone says. And then look, man, I'm not judging, man. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm genuinely not judging, man. I was interested to see this MMA fight, and then obviously to explore this whole topic of, is MMA halal or not? You know what I mean? I ain't judging, man, because I'm here. I'm bunning zoots. You know, I ain't perfect. But like, yeah, obviously when you're a public figure of certain notoriety and your stance is like, you know, Islam, people want to know that if you're towing the line. And I think the argument is that my man's kind of innovating. That was the word that was brought to me. That man's becoming an innovator. If you're trying to, like, he's making sure he draws the line and says, I am not saying it's halal, but in not so many words, he's obviously advocating for the halalness of a thing. And I don't know, man. I wish there was more Muslims to chat to, man. Yo, anyone want to jump on the panel? I've been running for an hour. All right, man. And just like that, we got Mufti Mag in the building. Wagwan, broski.
Yo, big up, man. Wagwan.
What are you saying to me, G?
I'm good, you know. I'm good. I was just listening to this thing that you was on. This what's his name? Muhammed Hijab situation. Like,
yeah,
I don't know, man. I think he's kind of right. He's definitely innovating if it says you're not allowed to do these things, but he's right. Like, but then
no, I agree with him.
I agree with him. I agree with him. And the way he spelled out his story, like, you can't go wrong with that. But then it's like, are you just protecting the flesh of Muslims on this planet, which isn't even what this life's about? Do you know what I mean? Like, all this self-defense stuff, you're defending.
You know, when he said,
you're defending your done possessions.
You know, when he brought up the thing about the insurance, yeah. Like I said, like, go compare haram and that. It's like, that just sounds like a really risky psychology to go down. Well, this is bad. Do you know what I mean? Oh, well, get me. Is alcohol bad? Yeah, but people drink it, so get me.
And then you know, religious people, yeah, when they chat to you about the devil and that, isn't that the devil's main one? That, like, he tries to rope you in because you're already fucked.
Yeah, you might as well. They're over there doing that, so I might as well. So if them man are doing that, and you man are doing that, and we're all doing this, then what? I could just, get me, what, one more little minor thing, minor blip. I don't know, man.
It's just a bit of ground and pound.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. Just fight for the fact that it's halal, innit? Fight for the fact that it's halal, but don't do the mind games of like comparing harams and that. Do you know what I mean? Just say, look, man, I believe it's halal. You don't want to stand on that. You're like, you're standing on fatwa. You're saying you can stand on anything as long as there's some scholars that back it.
You see, if you're a Muslim,
that's a dangerous path. I said this from the beginning when I came to Speaker's Corner. Scholars for dollars. Because the scholar thing, I feel like that's not as an autonomous thing as you may think on first glimpse. Like the scholar gang or the scholar club is a whole different thing, which I suspect is controlled and heavily gatekept.
Well, yeah, it's a bit bar association-ish, isn't it?
Right. You see, you're getting my drift. Get me?
Like,
Magic circle.
let's be real. Like, and when you look at this type of stuff, because I've kind of looked into it round and round in circles over again, various groups, religions, etc. And that's what seems to be. Everything seems to be governed by something. Any there's always
a governing body.
There's a what's it called? The government body, the agency, the thing, the chartered institute, and it all seems to go back to the central. Which is fair enough if that's the structure of things. That's the structure of things, but it just, for some reason, foot soldiers run around like they're really on something independent.
Because really and truly, it keeps coming down to men. Let me say this again. I'm going to get this on a t-shirt soon, yeah?
It comes down to men.
No. Every time I try to see God, men are in the way.
Facts.
Men are in the way, cuz.
Facts.
Every time I try to look for God, men are in the way. I want
to do
ayahuasca. There's a man in the way saying he's a shaman. I want to do the Bible, Christianity. There's men in the way saying they're the clergy, saying they're the Vatican, saying that they're the Council of Nicaea, saying that they're this and that person. There's people in the way, tampering, fingerprints, evidence, follicles, DNA everywhere, spittle. Yeah,
yeah, there is,
bro. Like there's folks everywhere I look, scholars. There's this, there's that.
Well, like, do you know what? I'm gonna get an argument. Yeah, I'm gonna say maybe it's because these men are studied or learned enough to be the intermediary that can help you unpack and deal with the levels of information that we're dealing with.
Yeah, but that's the whole argument. That's the whole argument. But God didn't tell me that these men are anointed to
but then I'd go further and say what I was going to say is your resistance, means that maybe you're not one of the people who needs them. But it doesn't mean that there's others who don't.
Well, I don't. My concern isn't really others, though, is it?
Yeah, I know, but then it's like
doesn't even have a factor. Like, no, there's men in the way. There's men in the way, bro. Get me? All of these versions of God, are closely guarded by men.
No, I can't really argue. Like, it's the same thing that we see everywhere. But I'm thinking through like as to why, and it's the same.
Why?
It's the same.
Why? Because without men, I might not have thought of God. Who knows? Men didn't even allow me to decide about this concept of God in the first place. I wasn't even allowed. Yeah, my young mind, my young mind, molested by the programming and propaganda and symbology and ideologies of people that came before me, people that were here on earth before me. Who are these people? Men. Why do I say the word God, men?
Trust me, there's those.
Why do I even think? Do you know what I mean? Fucking men is everywhere, cuz. Like all over this fucking shit. Fucking hell, they're everywhere. Yeah, and okay, some men might tell the truth, but some men might lie. Is it a risk we're willing to take? For billions of people it is. For me, I'm like, I'm not on the fence about anything, but I'm on the fence about this. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what the fuck's going on, and as times draw by, everyone's running and searching for God. Yeah,
but you see this thing though. Okay, don't look to men, don't look to books, don't look to all these externals. Just look within, innit? Yeah, that's what people can say. But then you see what's going on within is still a product of men. Pause.
Like this is the thing. If there is a chance to deprogram or detach from bias, opinions, preconceptions while you're doing this looking within, then maybe you stand a chance. You know what I mean? I don't know how I don't know how much you rely on your subconscious when you're doing such activity, or whether it's a whole different separate type of consciousness that you're tapping into, which I may suspect. But like, your subconscious holds all the fucking data about all this shit and some other shit. But
And you see,
that's
you see
contaminated.
Yeah, true. And you see all of this stuff, I suppose it works like filters, in it. Even if you did get some kind of information from the other side, you're gonna still have to put it into English letters.
Now that's not bad. I don't mind that because yeah, I don't mind that because the thoughts, because you know, you can have thoughts that don't have words to them, really and truly. Do you know what I mean? And it's only, you only apply words to them when you want to say them out loud.
Yeah.
There's bare thoughts that you have that you know and you acknowledge that you don't even put words to because there's no need. Like, but it's there. But when you're ready to speak it, then you put words to it. That's like where that's like how I work anyway. Do you know what I mean? That's how I work. Like there's bare shit. So and I'll be saying some stuff and I'll be like, you know what? This is the first time I've said this out loud, you know, or this is the first time I've put words to this thing. That I've done all my whole life. You know what I mean? So that's like a knowing. Once you know it, you don't even need the words because you already know it.
That's true. That's true. But then you realize how much people don't know stuff, and that's why you gotta communicate, innit? Because that's,
and you know what? For me, if I'm honest, I think this is another way that you communicate. Well, I communicate with the different parts of my consciousness, like by speaking something, I then solidify it in a different part of my consciousness. So by understanding something or knowing something, then evoking it, dwelling on it, and speaking it now, or writing it, or doing something, I make it something even more real to the me that's participating in all of this and having this conversation and decide to go live and is chatting to you. Right? Do you know what I'm trying to say? That version of me is doing a magical job by speaking stuff that came from the depths. It's like reconnecting or connecting consciousness into physicality and then back into consciousness, and now it's like imprinted. It's like working on a project on Adobe or on Final Cut Pro or some shit, right? And you've put all different clips and videos and and you render it. That's what they're rendering, yeah. And then you download it. Do you know what I mean? Now you've downloaded it. Now it's an MP4.
Now it's that version. You can just slap it on YouTube.
Then you slap it on YouTube, cuz. Then you watch it. You get me? It's mad. Like, that's
put it on TikTok.
This is real now.
Yeah.
And you've spoken it now. So now this thing that was in your mind that you've created or whatever, you've actually brought it to a place where other people can view it. It's a magical thing. And then working on getting the thing in your mind onto a screen and refining that. That's what, for me, that's what art is about. I don't know for you.
Oh, okay. You see with that though.
Yeah.
Are things always clear in your mind, or do they become clear? Or do they become clearer when you put your hand to them?
That's the whole point,
right?
Like,
because it's like a refinement process.
It's working on that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just like the process of remembering your dreams and shit, or lucid dreaming or whatnot. It's training your conscious or your subconscious and conscious mind to be present and aware without rocking the boat. Being able to look at your thoughts without rocking the boat. Just look at your thoughts and translate them. That's what I think the best artists can do. Because it's all there, isn't it? The best artists can just like, like, even if you like say something to them, like they can do like the text to speech shit or speech to text, speech to illustration shit. You can talk to them and tell them what you want to see, and they can draw that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's that fluency in it. I think that's a fluent connection between whatever this is and whatever your hands are doing. So I'm trying to always promote.
It's also mental clarity. What do you know what I mean? It's actually being, because like people struggle to visualize shit because they're just out of practice of that.
Oh yeah, definitely. That you see that thing that I call fluency is that it's definitely that. It's fluency as in the connection between what you're doing physically and your mind, but also it's definitely the mental clarity. It's being able to, you know, to follow through a thought. Like
Yeah,
start to
no,
finish, like,
not even to follow through a thought,
to hold it.
Yeah, there you go, bro.
Hold it there,
Just
because to
hold
follow it
it.
through like that,
Hold
it can
Yeah.
flitter away. But like
Yeah,
once things
to
actually
hold
start to compete,
it.
to actually keep it there, to wake up with
Hold
it again
that
and
image,
again and
hold
again
that
and again.
image. So like people drawing from memory and that, drawing people's faces and shit from memory. I'm like, fuck, you know, cuz. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
But that's tapped. You know that stuff's tapped.
No, there's bare people that could. Well, I was tapped. There's bare people that can do shit. I reckon there's bare people that can do that.
I know. You know
what I
when
mean?
you don't do something, so then you're
But it
saying
is fucked.
to tap people. Yeah,
It's
but
tapped.
yeah,
Like the people that don't write lyrics.
yeah.
Like,
Thank
you get me? Yeah, you're just off key. Yeah, you're weird.
Oh, you mean you don't write lyrics at all? Nah, like, but you've been rapping for yeah, and I've never wrote us.
All right.
Fuck's sake.
And you remember your bars. Wow, you're an animal.
How many tracks you got?
99% he's gonna win. 99 because he's trained, you're not trained. It's simple as that. So now you have not been able to fulfill your functions qawwam as a protector because you've been hiding behind an opinion, which now we
because you've been following Hadith. That's a hiding behind an opinion. This is interesting. This has been an interesting year, man. Been an interesting year seeing how things transpire and that. Like a lot of people are. Yeah.
we need to start to think about. I'm not saying do whatever. Just as we thought about with car insurance. What's more of a darura? I'm asking the question. What's more of a darura? Driving a car or protecting your wife? That's a question, brother. I'm asking the muftis. What's more of a darura? Driving a car or protecting your kids in the street against an assailant, against a racist? If you're living in France or this place or that place, what's more of a darura at this point? Car insurance or that? It's ijma that car insurance haram. But everyone, even Islamic,
see all these things, they're very interwoven because them kids and wife aren't eating or nothing or even getting to the mosque maybe without a car.
But he's saying that, yeah. But there's a difference between that and getting paid to punch someone in the face.
Thank you. Yeah, that's true. Like you kind of sign up for it. You don't need to. Rare. Yeah. And I suppose like
the whole thing now. Like you're talking about protecting your wife from a racist.
Yeah.
Versus, it's mad. You're talking about paying for your car insurance versus getting paid to punch people in the face.
Yeah, it's great. Well, it's like do you know what it is? There's so much proportions to it because it's like how much are you paying to keep practicing punching people in the face versus how much zakah you're gonna give.
And then as a pro, you refuse to fight Muslims.
All these different things.
Yeah. So basically, if that's the case, I'm gonna sign up for a fight with you. Yeah. I'm gonna sign up for a fight with you. And then as I get in that ring and you're in the other corner, I take
you're
my
doing
harder.
technicality. You're doing
I take my
I
harder.
knew you was gonna fucking say. There's bare small
Hey, listen.
Don't start saying it all fast as well.
Yo, listen. Yeah.
Enunciate the words properly.
Get in your corner. Boom. I'm spitting out my gum shield and taking my shahada.
You see Jed's gloves facing upwards and
Yeah, are you ready? Okay. Yeah. Get me? Them times now I pull my shorts and the real shorts underneath. You get me? with the Islamic text.
What, green shorts?
Yeah, with the hadith on the side.
Oh, fuck off. Green gold embroidered in that.
It's gold embroidered hadith on the side. Yeah, don't punch your brother in the face. Okay, let's do it.
You made me forget the thing that, like, because there's bare little technicalities in that comparing the driving thing. There's so many, and I feel like sometimes the stuff you kind of have to. Can you separate religion? Can't you just be like a brother speaking on health and well-being in life, lifestyle skills and that? Or do you have to be in this religious mode? I'm asking Muhammed Hijab this question.
Oh, mate. Oh, it's a twisty turny one, man.
Twisty
turny.
Because it's down to the dedication of what's in your heart as well. Like, you see, when you're going to do your prayers now, are you just thinking about skipping rope and punch bag?
Why? Why would you be doing that?
Because this is the reality of, like, the reason why people are probably not, well, the reason why people are not allowed to do stuff, because it's taking their focus away from things that they're meant to be doing, innit? And so
that's not the reason for boxing, though.
It's not the reason for boxing. I'm
like,
saying
like,
that
I feel like they're saying it's like smoking or whatever. You might as well give people zoots if you're just damaging their health. Yeah, if you every punch, you might as well give someone something.
Yeah,
that's
it's all just, but you're damaging your own health when you're even training.
Are you?
Even though you're getting stronger.
That don't make sense. Which one are you doing, bro?
Concussion, bro. So if you're punching a punch bag, yeah, your arms and your shoulders and conditioning, but like your brain is getting a jolt each time.
What, when you punch the punch bag?
Punch heavy bag and all this type of stuff. There's bare things.
Nah, man.
Same like building and all that. Like it takes its toll on people.
Nah. There's no study to suggest that punching a punch bag is gonna give you concussion over the years. No way.
There is, man. This is a known
no
thing.
impact. It's no impact, man. Your brain can handle like rattling around in your skull from doing a punch, bruv. Yeah, your brain can handle that. It's when you're getting fucking punched in the head. You get the concussion from.
You know what it is? Everybody who's on it is doing both, so we can't really split it, can we?
Huh? Would you? No. Because if you just train, you're good. If you just train and good. If you just train and spar, you're good. There's no damage done. You're good. Yeah. But the minute that you start going into competition and pro, that's like trying to take man's head off, kicking man in the stomach and that.
But if to do pro, like you've got to spar properly.
Say that again.
To do pro, you got to spar properly.
Don't go pro then don't go pro. It's permitted to train. Like what you're saying ain't wrong. It's permitted to train, innit? But you're getting paid to fight, bro. or at least, even if you're not getting paid, it's a competition where it's either get punched in the head or punch someone in the head, and you knew that before you started. But it is what it is. Like he said, he's got his own opinion, so you know.
Yeah, looking forward to a fight feels a bit prideful.
Someone said that as well, that when you're boxing and that you can see your navel, and that's like not modest. That's immodest.
Oh, mad.
There's a modesty thing. I can't remember what it's called.
UFC even worse.
Yeah, I mean, it's an immodest thing. I think when you spar with face guards, you can get more concussion than not having a face guard. Okay, what's the science behind that then?
So that's it's following on from the thing that I was talking about with the punch bag and that. So the light stuff, because it's so constant, it builds up. This is what people are saying. I don't know about no study.
Okay.
Something but yeah, so it comes with gloves as well. So UFC is technically safer, even though you're going to get bloodied up and knocked out in 20 seconds. Like, you're not going to be running around taking bare hits for 12 rounds.
Yeah, taking hits for 12 rounds is mad.
Do you know what I mean? With gloves on and that. So yes, it's all these different things.
Have you ever gone 12 rounds?
No, not properly in no proper way. No.
Well, what have you done?
I've done boxing since I was growing up in it, so I've definitely put in a 12. 12 is actually crazy. I'd say I've done 10.
Is it?
Yeah. But this is like, like you see at a boxing club, we keep swapping in, out, next person in, kind of like Street Fighter or something.
Yeah.
So you'll do 3 rounds in, 2 rounds off, whatever. Yeah. All sorts of variations.
Let me see.
Insurance to say halal. Well, they even talk about mortgages now. And the same people, like, for example, Hanafi Madhab, there is a view that says we're done harb or whatever, they'll even do mortgages, no problem. And they'll say there's a view. There's so many little things that we talk about when it comes to this, actually, it's taboo. Fine. If you really should take the view that it's haram, take it for yourself. But what I'm trying to say to you is, don't use it as an excuse to be a lazy coward. Or at least go and do grappling, do something.
Or at least understand what the other perspective is. Because look,
Yeah. And go back to letting card from It's a khilafi mas'ala. So you cannot force your opinion upon me. Do you get what I'm trying to say? The maximum you can say is, I take the view that it's haram, which is the majority view. I respect that view. I know where it's coming from, and I think you've got a strong view. But you and I couldn't do mubahala on this. Meaning mubahala means we do mulai. Like I say la'na, you say la'na, that we are right. Which means it's dhanni. Dhanni dalala dalil. Actually, dalil is qat'i, but dhanni dalala. Which means that we don't know exactly, because there's difference of opinion on the matter. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's like one of those fiqhi masail. So if it's dhanni, and now there's a big maslaha for it, we have to reconsider it in light of that, especially as aqalliyat, as minorities in the West. If we don't, then it's going to be a big problem, akhi. Then, wallahi, do you know, let me tell you something, akhi. People change their minds when they get rude awakenings. You're walking with your wife in the street, white man gives you one punch on the floor in front of your wife, you're humiliated because you had no prior experience. You could have prevented that with 20 courses of how to defend this or do that, or whatever, kick or check or whatever. You could have prevented it, but you didn't. You didn't. Don't tell me that's not something that we need to look at. And let's be honest, in the UK, there's 75,000 military personnel, active military, there's reservists. We as Muslims are not going to go into the military, are we? We're not going to go into the military because the military does foreign invasions, which we disagree with. So you have 75,000 men and women in this country who are, for the most part, non-Muslim, for the most part, 99%, who have a greater deal of training than me and you, than the Muslim community, a 4 million people Muslim community, 2 million of which are men. So you've got these guys have an advantage. Then you have another like 200,000-300,000 who do combat sports or something.
You know this fear mongering thing. Like
this is mad, you know. Like I mean,
because he's mixing it with the feminist fear mongering.
Nah, I'm saying the topics that man is like fucking dancing around, circulating, are mad, cuz.
Is the final battle of battles.
The topics that man's circulating around and the things that man's the direction man's going in with these type of things that he's saying, it's mad. It's actually mad.
Get ready for us versus them.
That's mad. It's mad. I'm not gonna lie. Whether he's saying what he's saying is correct or not, to hear him on the I think he's on his own channel or his friend's channel saying stuff like this publicly, I don't know, man, if that's a wise decision, cuz. Get me? I don't think it's a wise thing, fam. But
do you know what it is? You see in his world, in his circle, he's gonna be subject to a lot of the mad talk that goes on. He should be more balanced and be able to.
Because remember, they've put man's face in the newspaper talking about he was leading the riots in Leicester.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say like this, mad. That's what I'm saying. Is if he's got mates and that, you don't need to think very wisely, bro. I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
It can take anything to mean anything nowadays. That was very.
What's he saying right now? Soundbite or whatever. It's kind of mad still.
Military personnel. Do that, whatever, kick or check or whatever. You could have prevented it, but you didn't.
Do you know the other thing though as well?
Don't tell me that's not something that we need to look at.
Hold on.
And let's be honest. In the UK, there's 75,000 military personnel, active military, there's reservists. We as Muslims are not going to go into the military, are we? We're not going to go into the military because the military does foreign invasions, which we disagree with. So you have 75,000 men and women in this country who are, for the most part, non-Muslim, for the most part, 99%, who have a greater deal of training than me and you, than the Muslim community, a 4 million people Muslim community, 2 million of which are men. So you've got these guys have an advantage. Then you have another like 200,000-300,000 who do combat sports of some kind, who have another advantage over you. Why are we putting ourselves at this severe disadvantage? Give me a reason. Why are we doing it to ourselves? Now you could argue, okay, brother, but there's a point where the CBT can happen. you can get CBT. Actually, the studies on CBT, okay, even if you do a header on a football, there is evidence to show that even doing headers on football give you CBT. CTE, sorry. CTE. It's still an ongoing thing. And I'm not denying the fact that, strikes to the head are problematic. That's why in training, you got to, take it easy. I don't believe in going hard with your brother in the ring, going hard sparring. I don't believe in that. If you've got a Muslim brother and you're going training and stuff, you should be like really putting your punches, to be honest with you. There's no need for like heavy sparring and stuff. We don't believe in that. But, doing it once or twice a year, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying, think about all these other ways you could, if that's the illah, then what's the hukum of headers in football? Since now there's evidence to show that CTE, headers in football, can cause it, that's why FIFA have banned it. So if the CTE thing is you're making it illah, a causative reasoning, then ban headers as well. We need to do a header in football. Let's go across the board. So I feel like there's not much research that has been done by proper muftis on this issue.
But he's forgetting one point. He's making points, right? But I think one thing that he's not including is the intention of a punch versus the intention of a header.
True.
Understand? Like there's the intention, bro, like of what you're doing and why you're doing it. You punching someone in the head, to incapacitate them and damage them. Like end of story, bro. Like you're punching someone in the head to hurt them. You're heading a ball in a sport to score a goal or to rare. Okay, that move there is dangerous. Don't use that move. But like you can't compare it with deliberately punching someone and then getting paid to do it. Come on, man, just be real. What was you gonna say, bro?
It's more. I think it's more to the other thing that he was saying. When he was on about the military and all that.
Yeah,
he made out that Muslims in all their communities in this UK are not on nothing like sitting ducks. Like they ain't down there packing out the boxing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like some of them ain't on road. Like some of them ain't following Khabib foot by foot, step by step. Like
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I feel like that is a little bit disingenuous in terms of like who's versus what and how these things all interact. And he was just playing on the us versus them.
And you know what? 70,000 reservists, could never chat to 4 million people, bro. So I don't even. Like,
this is what I'm saying.
You get me? And it's like even if it was 2 million men, Muslim men, fighting against these 70,000 reservists, clearly that would bring in everyone else would be involved.
Yeah,
come on, because if there was 2 million Muslim men fighting against, let's say, the army, do you think I'm just going to be able to just bop on road and be safe? I'm just going, oh yeah, they're fighting down there. Who's that? Oh yeah, the army and the Muslims.
Do the blacks. You just sit this one out, innit?
Want anything from Tesco's? Do you know what I mean? Like, so like clearly that's a civil war, and depending on who's doing what's going on, clearly we'd all be involved in some way or shape or form. It ain't just gonna be the Muslims versus the reservists. That would never be. You know what I mean, I remember like Muslims and reservists have family.
You know what I mean? Like everyone just sitting it out. I just can't imagine everyone sitting it out, Jeds.
Your cousin's just gone to war on Oak Kent Road, and you're just like, all right, cool. Well, you took your shahada, I didn't, so yeah, big up.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, text me when you get there or some shit. Like, no. So
I was to bring you some sandwiches.
This is just unrealistic. But I hear you, though. It's a. Like, I just think the issue with being on a pedestal is that you have so much responsibility is thrust onto you, and in this society, it's like you play the game of garnering followers and using your charisma and charm to get listeners and followers and subscribers and fans and supporters, but then at the same time, you want to say, well, you lot can do what you want to do, and like knowing full that you hold sway. You know you hold sway. You got to be honest and say, yeah, I hold sway. Like, and that's the thing about being on a pedestal. I don't. Yeah, I don't know how people do it. Because then you do one thing and everyone's like, well, okay. Get me? So even if you're not trying to convince people, you slightly are. You slightly, even by publicly doing certain things, you're taking a stance. When you go on Piers Morgan and you say that you're a member of the resistance, you know what that entails. When you go to like the marches and that, and you rip your top off and you scream down the mic, you know what that entails. Do you know what I mean? You know what that entails because you know what you're doing, and that's great stuff. Like, but then it's a slippery slope. And you can't even convince people not to follow because they hate you for telling them not to follow. People hate you. You get me? Stop fucking with you because you tell them don't follow, man. Do your own thing. They want to follow. Like you get me? You're offending them by not allowing them to follow. So now, and you're telling them, oh boy.
People be like, who are we gonna follow them?
Then you get me? I'm not no sin to me. There's no sin on me if I don't think it's haram. The majority of you might think it's haram, but you know, I got my, following next fatwa. And then you want to start talking about military and all that. It's like, yo, family, I hear you, but even if it is time for people to, and the funny thing is, I don't disagree with his message, but I'm not obliged. I'm not bound by any doctrine or any, you know what I mean, a specific community to hold me accountable for what I'm saying. I'm not bound by none of that. I'm a freewheeler. You get me? So I agree with him. I think people should be trained. You get me? I think people should be able to defend themselves. You know, and I'm not, as of this time, bound by any book that tells me I can't do that or any school of thought that tells me I can't do that. It's not contrary to anything to me. It's actually pro the shit I believe in. Self-defense, obviously. Mash up a man, defend yourself, all of that good stuff. Yeah, he's not wrong. Especially in today's day and age. The youths them need this.
Mm-hmm.
The youths them need shit like that. I agree. And all the men that I know that really can fight and whatever, majority of them, it's helped keep their heart semi-clean when it comes to imposing physical violence on others. They they're usually the ones that don't get into it, create environments where that shit doesn't pop off just by their confidence. Doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? I'm saying just by their confidence, isn't it?
True, yeah.
Their aura, they help the environment be an environment where that shit don't even go down. They don't even have to do nothing. Right? I mean, so yeah, it's definitely a good look. It's definitely a good look. But going online and even saying the word military and then talking about fighting and rare and them and us and numbers and all that, that's all crazy for a man of your stature. That's what the whole point I'm trying to make. The man in your position, the man that's been on Piers Morgan, rare with the eyes on you, it's, that's an interesting fucking choice of things that you want to be saying out there, Carl. I feel like the black community would be like, yo, those are kind of conversations that should be held kind of more indoors. Like, especially if you're a notable leader, you don't want certain, you get me? You don't want them jumping on that and twisting it and making it seem like, next interview they're dropping this soundbite. You get me? Did you say this? You get me? Like, why are you counting the military? Why are you doing a head count?
But do you know what it is? The difference is being in the situation, be like where you can be like, yeah, and what I said that. Have you not seen the situation? And a situation where you're constantly walking around trying to patch up the whole image of we're peaceful people and rare, we're not here to take nothing or fight no one. It's that thing as well, I think. But what can you do?
Well, yeah, I just said, time when you're chatting that military talk and that, but like from your perspective, but I don't even know why I'm conducting it that way. I'm just saying from that perspective, yeah, I feel like you need to be careful as a Muslim and whatever, this kind of public talk about military and rare and fighting and all that, and I feel like that's a slippery slope to be talking about.
But do you think, you see, because culture has like shifted and changed, that people like Muhammed Hijab are emboldened to speak in this way now, whereas they wouldn't have been able to maybe 10 years ago when it was like the ISIS heyday, and we weren't so anti. You know, because now we're more anti-far right, we're more anti-Israel, all this type of stuff. So it's like,
don't worry, man. Don't worry, man. Listen, the good thing about this movie is there's multiple storylines popping off at once.
Yeah,
and just when you think one storyline was dead and a certain move was insignificant,
now I noticed that man come back.
It ends up being the biggest cliffhanger. Because check this though, because Albert Pike said that World War III, Islam will be utilized to start World War III and bring in a new world order. Yeah, so all of this militarized soft talk and that is cute, but I look at the big picture. I'm looking at 10 years ago. I'm looking at 10 years time. I'm looking at how. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, that's an interesting thing to just be saying, and I get your character. I get, slyly. I'm getting it now. Things
you
are
making. You got to play that role like he's a big guy in this game.
Things are making sense now, cuz. Yeah, all this talk rare, because remember it's all about polarization. So yeah, that section, he's that mascot, that guy. There's guys in this section, there's guys in that section.
You stir your part and I'll stir mine, innit?
Everyone's doing their thing. Tommy gone to jail. The storyline, the movie's mad. It's a bad boy movie. Tommy's now gone, or should I say a series? Get me? World Enders. Yeah.
But these lot are going to have to do, if it's aliens, these lot are going to have to do Avengers. It's just that they're going to have to agree on what the aliens are.
Just everyone just stay in their little bubble. Yeah, it's from their perspective. Push your perspective and just play your part. There's man on the other side doing their thing. We're all going to divide. We're all going to stay divided. We got the black ones saying, I'm black, y'all, I'm blackity black, and I'm black, y'all, and everyone else is the devil, and this and that, and rare, and da. We got that side. We got the other side. Oh, these blacks, da. We got these, you know what I mean? You got the white side. Oh, these Asians. Like everyone just get me. These Scottish, these Irish. I'm Protestant. I'm Catholic. I'm Tutsi. It's all popping off. You get me? I want to be my own independent state. The world is proper going to plan. Going to plan, bruv. Get me? You're straight. He's gay. You're a man. You're a woman. You're a woman. You're a man. You want to abort. You don't want to abort. You want to men versus women. Real. What do they call that? High value man versus high value women. I want to be a fuck. I want to be a this. I want to get me Bloods versus Crips, Vice Lords versus gangster disciples. Get me?
Football team.
Yeah. Young Spray versus Gigs. Let's get on. Let's have it. Let's just keep being the stars of our corner and pushing our because it is like Lord of the Rings or whatever, when each little kingdom's gathering up their little army and making their march towards this big battle. Don't know if that's Lord of the Rings or what film. Yeah, it is Lord of the Rings, isn't it?
Yeah, it is kind of.
Yeah. Middle Earth, get me, the orcs, the night,
the trolls and the little
everyone from and in each section, everyone's a star. Everyone's got a storyline. There's a couple.
But to be fair, a lot of them epic movies have got it really, haven't they?
We're in one. We're in the biggest, most epic one. Oh, Trump versus this guy. Oh, the aliens. Trump's talking about UFOs, saying the government know what are going, but they're not telling us.
I know. Like, were you not government 2 years ago? And are you not allowed? Are you not about to be in like 3 weeks, bro? Like, if you ain't been briefed on what that is, then this is a mad job.
I am proper confused. Yeah, this is the storyline. You go on Joe Rogan. Innit? And then you start talking about, the aliens. But this world is funny, cuz. This world is funny. Oh, man.
Talking casual.
This world is funny. Sometimes I wonder if paradise is just moving in with some remote pygmy tribe and living there till you're fucking 80 and dying there and being buried in the fucking rainforest. I wonder if that's actually heaven. Like, yeah, while Skynet is being formed over like the Western Hemisphere, like you're like the last spot. You just die. You don't even get to see it. You don't know nothing. You don't know who's voting for who, whatever. You're just there. That would be sick. I feel like we've run out of time for that. Get me? We've run out of time for that. If I was born 50 years ago, I could have lived and died somewhere where none of this ever mattered and ever came near me.
For real.
And fuck it.
Because you see the places where them lot are at now, even they're under mad, I suppose.
This is what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. It's even too late now.
That's what I'm saying. They're on the either they're going to get washed away or someone's chopping down their trees.
Yeah, man. I would have loved to have just been. Yeah, imagine though. I'll shave my teeth into fucking little fucking diamonds. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, man. Shave my teeth, put a fucking plate through my bottom lip, and only be addressed from now on. I should have done that. Well, anyway, I suppose I'm here now. I'm here for a reason, born in these times. You know what I mean? Here for a fucking reason, suppose. Get me? But them, because it's like, them man there, their mission was so easy. I wonder who they are. Like, maybe even that, yeah, their mission is so easy. They just lived and died. If that's ever a thing, if anyone ever just lived and died simply, a long life with no major fuckery going in, what does that mean? How did you get that? Why did that person
just there to carry seeds and spores and
reproduce?
Why though?
Why was that? Why were they granted that? Was that
granted?
That's a good
Yeah, when you say
right?
granted, when you say granted, then it makes.
Well, if it was granted, where's your tests? What? So you mean no one? Everyone has a test, right?
Because so I'd say that their test is keeping their environment alive, the actual ecosystem that they live in alive.
What? Bro, what? Yeah, he's just waking up, chilling with the man them. He's got his wife, he's got his
everything he does.
He goes hunting, they go hunting, they go get food, they're cracking up, they get honey, they do whatever, they come back, cook the food, they dance, they do their prayers to the forest god, they chill, they laugh, they smoke a little thing that turns them mad. And then they wake up and they do it all again. A man lives to like whatever, 60, 70, whatever age, and then he drops out. Drops out. His son never got bored up on the way to school. Get me? He never his mum weren't a crackhead or a prostitute. Get me? He didn't grow up with childhood trauma. Yeah. His son's not autistic. He doesn't have ADHD or suffer from depression or whatever. You get me?
I don't know about what you're saying though, Jeds, because I feel like all that happened. Because basically I feel like all that happens there. There was trauma there was autism there was ADHD there, and guess what? They knew what to do with it.
No, you're just saying that. You feel like it was there, but it weren't.
No, of course I feel like I wasn't there.
Yeah, but it weren't there, man. Show me. It weren't there. They ain't got it over there.
The autism that's there is they're using it.
Their daughter is not bulimic or anorexic.
Not bulimic or anorexic.
That's
but I'm saying these are states
not self-harming, listening to fucking
again. These are actions. I'm talking to
Billie Eilish.
Yeah, so I'm separating activities from brain chemistry. So I'm saying
I don't know. Their brain chemistry ain't taking them there. So I'm just saying these people live in this life. Obviously, some of them got fucking guinea pox, yeah, and died. Some got bitten by a rare poisonous spider or snake and died. Some died at childbirth without adequate, whatever medical facilities that could have maybe saved that life. Yeah, those one or two things happen. Yeah, a husband and wife, and they suffer a miscarriage, and everyone blames it on a spirit or something. Yeah, these little things happen. But apart from that, they're not.
See what you said about the spirit, though.
Wow.
But that's it. So what I'm saying is the brain chemistry's there, the trauma's there, but they have different ways of processing it. So when somebody can't keep still, it's because they know it's about to rain and they're tapped in and rare, and they've got shit to actually do, and they know what they need to do because there's not a bag of random shit that's filling up the mind. Do you get it? So then the ADHD becomes, what's the word? Integrated into their world.
Well, like I'm saying, innit? Yeah,
because it's like there's no
like
stupid.
Like I'm saying, they're never gonna have to explain that or have that explained by a social worker.
Need to be
Get me?
explained.
Get me? None of that. Yeah. No, I don't know. It's not even a thing. There's no one been diagnosed with no ADHD in the fucking Western Congo fucking rainforest. Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, I reject that. Nah. So I want to know, what do we do? How do we get that life? Who made the selection? Is that random? Do you mean to say that you could have randomly lived in a time where you lived and died without any fuckery? Is there anybody that has lived and died a long life without any fuckery? Like no harm, no major upset, like nothing. Like is that a thing? Because they say everyone's tested. Is everyone's test the same level? Are people tested at different levels? Meaning compared to what they can handle and who they are and how. Do you know what I mean? Is there someone that's just destined to be tested more than anyone ever? And if so, why? All right, let me put it this way. Is there somebody that has lived the worst life in the world? And is there somebody that has lived the best life in the world? If so, who and why? Is that a thing? Is everyone's life equal? Like, as in what they experience, what the anguish or whatever they go through. If not, why not? Victor's join for karma. We do the actions without worrying about the results. Who one is. So no. Okay. So why is that then? So why is it some people are chosen to like endure more than others? Like, if you don't believe in a creator, why would a creator give more to others than, for what reason? Are we not all equal in the eyes of your creator? Tests are different for everyone. Someone's test might be having too much, while others might not having enough. Okay. But do the tests all amount to the same thing? Or is there a different level of testing for different people, is what I'm asking. I get that there's different types of tests. That's clear, or that would make sense in terms of people that believe that these things are tests. But like, if person A and person B if person A is tested with like 90% intensity and person B is tested with 5% intensity throughout their whole life, why is there a difference in intensities of testing? Tests are different. I read that already. Why is he? No one knows now. Equal in what sense? Everyone's different. Yeah, that's an interesting question, man. I think that goes back to your karmic actions. Yeah, okay. So your past life, people that believe in the past life, that's why it's more now, because you did bad things back then in your other life. The intensity remains the same. Their problems are the variables. See, okay, Peekaboo, you hear what I'm saying there? Okay, so you believe it's the same intensity. So it'd be hard to agree that everybody experiences the same intensity of test. I believe that I could disprove that just with some logic. But you'd have to be honest when I ask the questions. You'd have to be very honest. There's no point being like, twisting and turning if I ask these questions. But clearly, everyone's tests are not of the same intensity. That is very clear, even from an empathetic perspective. Even for yourself, things that you may have gone through or seen people go through. And you, come on, man, what are we playing at, man? Do you know what's happened in this world? Do you know that do you know the truth of what's actually happened in this place that we call home? Mad. When mad things happen in the yard, people want to move out. We're on Earth. Earth is the haunted house. Mad. You can't get out. Earth is. When they say, "Oh yeah, this house was was built on a graveyard." Everywhere was built in a graveyard, man. We on a graveyard. Crazy. Some are only here to test others. That's crazy. That's a mad one. Some people are only here to test others. So why aren't they here to be tested? So they don't get a test? That don't even make sense in your perspective. In the Islamic perspective, brother, that don't make sense. But it sounds good though. Oh man. What happens when a kid dies young? What kind of test is that? That's the test. That's the test to the parents and that, right? And the family, and there's a test. That child's life was just a test to others. Okay, I get what you mean. That makes sense. But then what about the kid? Why did that kid get selected to just do you know what I mean? Basically go straight to heaven or straight to paradise or straight to the good room. To the good side of the green room. How come? How come you got that ticket jump and the next person had to live for 80 years trapped in their body? Or born in a dungeon and kept there till they were 13, suffering tremendous amount of abuse and whatever at the hands of some captor. Like the mad things that's happened. The graphic, crazy stuff that's happened. Then you get to another perspective of, but all that stuff is just earthly. And when you transcend, you see that it would be like a dream. That's earthly. Because you're in the earth realm, you see that as being the highest form of agony and the worstest thing. And oh my God, my life story. You've even attached your identity to all of this madness that's happened to you. But there's an eternity of bliss ahead of you. That's what some people's theory is, isn't it? This little thing here is be like a scratch in your lifetime, what you've been through. It'll be a scratch in a drop in the ocean of your eternal existence. A mere drop. Like that. Maybe there's salvation, not a test. We've been here before. Maybe that child. All right, so what? You not leaving me on my own? Come on, man. I'm gonna hop out in a minute then, if that's the case. It's been good chatting with you. We watched Muhammed Hijab's fight. We had a little chat about is MMA or boxing halal and the psychology behind trying to, like, the reasoning behind it. You know what I mean? Oh man, that Flame. Oh, big up Flame.
Big up, Jeff. You saying you good?
Yeah, brother. Not bad, man. Not bad. What you saying to
Long
me?
time, my friend.
Yeah. So, yeah, what did you think though, man? What did you think about what I was saying?
Yeah, sorry I jumped on because I think in what you're saying, I feel like
because we don't know anything outside of this world in this reality that we live in, we give all the weight to this reality.
Yeah, that's what I was just I don't know if you heard, I was just kind of got to that side of the argument still.
Okay, now I was trying to log in still.
Yeah, we just got to the part where I was like, boy, somebody's gonna say, you know what, this is just a scratch in your eternal lifetime, and you look back on it like it was not a thing. It's just because you're bound to this reality and you're here in this existence, it's the be all or the end all. You know, so basically we're just being dramatic. So what if you was I watched something, not watched something, I saw something on YouTube. The title of the video was I was raped by 18 men in jail. I think that's what it was 18 men in jail.
Fuck, you know.
Yeah. Some black brother did some tell all story or whatever. I don't know. I just skipped past it, but like, it was like, yo, that obviously it made me think though, like, fuck you know. So whatever, let's say that was a brutal, horrendous attack. Yeah, there's been far worse things have happened in this world. Far worse things have happened in this world. And it's like, now you're going to say, well, nah, it's not that deep. Yeah, maybe 18 men did it there, but get me. You're just attached to this reality, my brother. You're just attached to this flesh. That's why you...
No, but okay, okay, now that for that person, yeah, could be something, and they could invest time and energy into that experience or whatever, or not even outside of that experience, right? But for you to then say, rah, like, oh yeah, your thing's a mad thing, whatever, whatnot, but it's just a thought in your mind. For a third person, it's just a thought in their mind. They could say, oh, yeah, that's a minor thing. Don't worry about that. Or they could invest the same energy and same thought that person would think, right, this is a mad thing, whatever, whatnot. Kids, when they hurt themselves, it's more dramatic for them than it is for an adult, because the adult's got a different kind of perspective. Now, but I'm not saying the adult's right and the kid's wrong. The kid's experience what he's experiencing, whatever, whatnot. But it's kind of short-lived, really. Like in your tune, "Singing in the Rain," who's the brother that's talking in the end? What's his name?
Alan Watts.
Alan Watts. When he says, "Right, death is only what we've experienced before, because we don't know what happened before."
Right.
Like when we're in the room, we don't like we're here now. We're thinking this is everything. The way we're programmed is to make us think this is everything. We're given an idea of self as we go through the education system, and that idea is made minimal. We don't really understand ourselves, our bodies, our physiology. We don't understand. They're giving us the basic of the basic, and then once we're given that, we're told to look outwards. We're told to look into the sky and look this way, and we're given the direction of outwards. If that makes sense. So when we're given that direction, we make this the focal point of us standing on the ground.
Yeah,
and my point being, and then this time point, this time in our existence, when I say existence, I'm not talking about just the flesh. We give the optimum to. But in, like, for example, in Islam, we're told it's deeper than what you're doing here right now. Even though this has a big factor depending on your level of consciousness, and that's what it's based on. You can't be judged for something you don't have no knowledge of, or you're moving a certain way and you don't know no better. But my point being, it's deeper than what we're doing right here. But we're programmed to think this is it. The system that's designed, we're programmed to think this is it.
So does Allah test everyone equally?
Does Allah test everyone equally? I couldn't say yes or no. I know everyone's gonna die. I know I've been told that, like, that's the thing that sticks in my. When you not you, but when you say something that's meant to be like echoing through eternity, that's the only thing that testing everyone equally. Yeah, I don't really.
But you don't believe that everyone dies though.
Well, I believe every soul shall taste death, because if I believe in a judgment day, then everyone will eventually die.
Okay, so is there anybody that's gone straight to heaven and lives in heaven, or lives with?
There could be, but even that person is said to be coming back and taste death. Even the angel of death will taste death.
So what about Jesus?
That's what I'm saying. He could be up there right now, but in Islam, we're told that he's going to come back and he's going to die.
What about Isa? Sorry, what about Isa?
That's what I'm saying. He's going to come back and he's going to die.
Is Isa dead right now?
No, but he's gonna taste death.
When?
He might not have tasted it now. Like, I'm not saying like, oh no, he's never gonna taste it. I'm told even the angel
Where
of
does it
death
say?
will taste death.
Wait,
So
sorry, 1 second. Is there something that says that Issa's gonna die?
yeah, he's gonna come back and he's gonna die. I'm told, like,
Wait,
based on my
no,
logic,
no.
yeah.
Whoa. There's something that says Issa's going to die. Where does it say that? Where?
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Based on my logic, if he's gonna come back and every soul shall taste death, like based on that one statement,
You
yeah,
know where he
that's
is?
the overriding statement over everything.
Do you know where's
sorry,
Issa? Where is he?
where is he, sir? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. If I told you, if I made up an answer, I would. I don't know. I don't know if I'd be telling the
Are you
truth or
sure
not.
you sure it says every soul shall taste death?
Yeah.
Because I don't
Someone
think
could correct me where I'm standing right now.
I don't think Issa's soul is tasting death.
Ever. Is that what you're saying? That he's never going to taste death? He's an eternal. He's an immortal.
As in, I don't think that it's foretold for him to die. Not to say that God couldn't kill him, but to say that it's not prophesied for him to be killed. For like, even like, you lot believe he wasn't crucified.
Yeah.
And then what happened? Didn't God take him up to heaven?
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. That doesn't negate.
Yeah, but God took him up physically to heaven and left no remains. So he went up to heaven. So he's not died. Where's the death? And then
but
he's
that's
coming.
But I'm saying that you're not arguing my point though.
Sorry, go on, brother.
I said you're not arguing my point though. I said that doesn't negate that he's not going to take. You're saying based on that because he hasn't tasted it, he's not going to taste it.
Yeah, because like he's then coming back to defeat the Dajjal.
Yeah, and what happens at how does the world end? What does he? So he somehow survives the end of the world.
I'll be honest with you, bro. I'm not actually sure.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Based on what I have, and for me to employ my logic,
the angels have souls.
Well, the angels will die. That's my understanding. The angels will die. The only thing that will be, the only thing that will be left is God, Allah, the Most High. Yeah, the only thing that will be left is the Most High, and then it will be brought back. Like each angel will die.
Oh shit!
I could be wrong, but that's my understanding, and that's
So everyone's gonna dead.
Yeah, apart from the Most High, apart from the source code.
Wow, that's a.
I don't know, that's my understanding. I'm not saying this is Islam.
Is that from the Hadith? Is that from the Hadith?
It could be.
Okay. Bigger LT.
Hi, how are you guys?
Yeah, not bad, man. Not bad. That's an interesting avatar.
Yeah, that I was thinking because that means like we completed Earth then.
What did you say about LGBTQ?
No, I'm saying that's interesting because that means that we've completed Earth. If there's nothing after we complete Earth and everyone just dies, then it is like a big simulation.
I hear you.
I don't know.
I hear you, LT.
I don't know.
I hear you. Yeah,
I'm in contemplation. This is where I am in life. That I'm contemplating all of this right now. Anyway, so I like.
Can anyone confirm that everyone's gonna die in
I don't
Islam?
like that idea.
It's not heaven that's after Judgment Day. It's Jesus will come back and die. Oh, Jesus will come back and die, says Silverside. Okay.
What? So Jesus could be walking around us just now, and we don't even know.
No. That's not what it says. Not from Islamic perspective. No, he's gonna come back specifically to raise up. Does he raise an army? Does he raise a little army that people follow him?
No. He protects the people. He comes to protect the people. Yeah.
But he's got an army with him. He does have there's an army he's got, right?
Yeah, but he don't raise an army. Like the army will, like it's not like basically what's said in the hadiths is that the Imam Mendy will have a little what do you call it, the resilience or whatnot. Yeah, and they will be in the mosque in Palestine,
And then at that time, it will be Fajr time, and then Isa alayhi salam will descend from the heavens in whatever fashion. People take it literally, or whatever way they want to take it. He's going to descend from the heavens. He will then say to the Imam, or the Imam will say to him, "Oh yeah, this is your ummah, this is your people, whatever, whatnot. Lead them in prayer." And he's gonna be like, "No, you're the leader right now. I'm here to do something." And then he will engage with the Dajjal, defeat the Dajjal, and then we have the concept of Gog and Magog, which are the ones that appear after the Dajjal, and then his strife or struggle is with them and protecting and even then we're told that he doesn't really defeat them. He makes supplication, and then because he tells the people to retreat to the mountains because they can't defeat them.
Wow.
That's my understanding, isn't it? Like anyone else in the chat, anyone can jump on and correct it or whatever.
So who kills Jesus? Who kills Silverside? Do you know who kills Jesus?
I don't think it's mentioned.
But no, but it's mentioned that he dies though. Is it mentioned that he dies?
No, I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's mentioned. But that's like I said, if I've got an overriding thing that I've been told by the Most High that every soul's gonna taste death, I'm not really contemplating if he's wonder how he's gonna die, if he dies or whatever. Whatnot.
Yeah. Every soul's gonna. So where is that? Where is that written? Is that in the Quran?
I'll have to look it up. I have to look it up. With me, I'm not good with references. I'm just know what I know. But anyways, let me check.
Yeah. ITN try to say you're chatting gibberish. You come up and talk then, ITN. He gets married, lives out his life, and dies a natural death. Huh? He gets married. What? Jesus is gonna get married after all of this Dajjal stuff.
Listen, why are you coming back to Earth just to get married?
Flame, what happens after the Dajjal is defeated? Yo, Flames.
I think he's looking for reference.
Okay.
So I've been looking a lot into Kundalini, and I like the idea that one person is going to rise their Kundalini and get Christ consciousness, and then everybody's going to get there. I like that idea, but I'm a fairy in that sort of way.
Yeah, but I don't believe that we're going to be
new age claptrap.
Yeah, I don't think
Say
we're going to
that
be at the
again?
state that we're at now.
No, I said LT. That's some new age claptrap.
No, I know, but there's something. I don't know. There's something.
Yeah, I mean,
it feels like there's something
Kundalini
rising.
energy and all that. Yeah, but it's a real thing. But like in terms of this Christ consciousness and achieving a Christ consciousness, and then everyone else this is some new age claptrap.
Yeah, because it's easy to get caught up in it, but if you actually
Eastern
we're
mysticism.
here to what you were talking about, difficulty levels and everyone coming with a different difficulty level, it would make sense that that's the right one, because everybody really needs to be doing the same thing, and it's looking within rather than kind of searching for answers, if that makes sense.
Looking within.
Yeah, no, because your nervous system, your gut health, your heart, and your brain are all connected, and for all of those things to work together, it if you look into the chakras and all that sort of stuff, it kind of makes sense why you would need to heal all of these things before anything else would really work. Because what I can handle as a person,
yeah, I mean, power centers and what's the other word? What's it called? Mandarin lines? I forgot what it's called.
meridian.
Yo, Dad, can you hear me?
Meridian lines, yeah, your meridian lines, the chakras, and all these type of concepts. Yeah, clearly you got energy centers in your body and that. But I think personally that a lot of this is about demonology, and usually it's about prepping the unknowing to be a more habitable host to energies and consciousnesses that know how to manipulate people. So I think you find when you get to dealing with people that actually are practicing in Kundalini or have a Kundalini awakening, if the honest ones will tell you about the nightmare situation that they found themselves in, which can often lead to a total mental health breakdown, and all sorts. You know, people be fidgeting, jolting, ticking, and shouting and Tourette'ing and seizing and all sorts, seeing shit, not being able to control it, no one believing them, like literally all sorts of going on. When you,
Yeah.
you got to be careful. This is like, you know, okay, your third eye, your pineal gland, and all of these things are incorporated. You need to be careful with these practices and what you're doing, what you're opening yourself up to. The mantras, the asanas, you know, each position being dedicated to a specific deity. Yeah, the you know, the, like I said, the mantras, the breathing, and the positions. These are magical rituals. These are magical practices. Clearing your vessel. It leaves a concern of when you clear your vessel, when you're not occupying your vessel, who is or who can, and you know,
And how easy is it to access?
easy. And once you, like, I say this, right, once you open a door, yeah, and you might spend a great deal of energy, time, and concentration to open that door, it might just open very easily for you. Once you open that door, are you able to close it? You get me? So I would
No, I
say, yeah,
think
win it.
this is why I appreciate, like, I wasn't brought up in a sort of religious household, so I can kind of jump in and out of everything without, like, sort of, I don't know, like, worrying too much that it's going to catch me, because I can, if I like the sound of something, I'll kind of go along with it until it no longer feels right, if that makes sense. But I think, see, when it comes to like demons and stuff, I think these are all kind of programs that are within your subconscious. So, like, it's something that you need to work on as a person. So if something like
So basically, you don't believe that there's anything but mankind out there.
oh no, I don't know, it's not true. Like, I know that there's like
Okay,
all
so
sorts.
then, do you believe that there may be beings with telepathic abilities?
My belief for that one is females are able to females are able to talk to each other telepathically, and
No. That's not what I'm asking you. So you already believe in telepathy. That's cool.
yeah.
Do you believe? I asked you if you think there's only men out here or only humans out here. You said no. So do you believe there are other beings that may possibly have the ability to communicate and utilize the telepathic space or realm?
Yeah, definitely, because I think that's what they're waiting us to our
Okay.
consciousness
So you,
to
do you
rise to that level.
do you believe that the people that even named the twin snaked energy that rises up the 33 vertebra of your spine, do you believe those people that named it Kundalini believed in entities that could exist and inhabit the telepathic space?
I think they were aware, because there's so many rituals and things around it.
And
So I
and
think
and 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 I would say to you, what would differentiate between those beings and demons?
that's true. I think for me, my belief is you're only open to what you kind of accept, like
Bullshit.
what you speak to.
Bullshit.
Do you not think so?
Bullshit. You don't believe that.
I kind of do, because
You're only
everything
open
in
to
my
what you.
life has led to something that I've spoke about, or something that I've kind of dwelled on, if that makes sense.
So you've been happy with everything that's happened to you.
No, definitely not, but I could see how
But
it
then if
would
you're
come
in
about.
control, what have you done for it not to happen? Good. Like if
Nothing
you're
yet, because I'm not fully healed.
so there's bad things that have happened to you, but wouldn't you say that's all been in your control? You've made these things happen based on what you're saying. You say you only do what you feel good about.
No, but we come here, like Jedi says, you come here with a difficulty level. So, like,
Yeah, but
these
where's
things
this
have
difficulty
happened.
happening though? How's it happening? You're like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, what is making your life difficult? If some things are bad, things are happening. How are they happening? Is it? I don't understand. Like, is it like there is no external force on you?
Like, I'm not turning. Someone said don't turn away from the Kundalini. I ain't turning away. I'm simply exploring. We got to a certain point, and it's like usually I would refrain from using certain words because they become stumbling blocks. And
Yeah.
and truly, I might not even mean it by the classical sense. So, okay, this word demon has become a stumbling block, even though we're dealing with Eastern mysticism, we're dealing with pantheons that believe in demons. It's all part of it. Do you know what I mean? Gods and demons, the Kundalini, this information or whatever. A lot of it appeared via the Hindu gods.
No, because when you're
Do
speaking
you know what I
of
mean?
demons and stuff, like I do, like I'm fully aware, like
The
even
chakras,
just now,
all of
I
these
think there's
things are
some sort
named
of
by the Hindus. Kundalini
Yeah.
is a Hindu word, whatever it means, the twin snakes or whatever it means, or whatever. But these are practices of people that actually believe in gods and demons. But we think that now in these modern times we can cherry pick from such things and separate it from its spiritual or its supernatural or whatever aspects.
No,
right? But it's all one and the same. It's all one and the same. You can't divorce it. So if you practice and you go and learn about this, if you want to do it authentically, you're definitely gonna come across supernatural beings.
Yeah, because I dabbled in crystals. So a few years ago, I dabbled in crystals, and I definitely seen that there was like some like spiritual attacks after that. So I'm fully aware that like after you start messing with these things, even like tarot cards and stuff like that, you open yourself up to being attacked.
So
and that it might not be in the way like you're thinking a big like scary
the
monster,
only
but
thing
I
I'm
mean,
gonna say, man, the only thing I'm gonna say further, like on this from my perspective, is if you feel like you got some hunger to discover abilities or something more than what you see with your eye, and that, I would suggest that you do what you said and look within, and you ditch trinkets and symbols and pathways of other people and other things, because I think that they're going to lead you into trouble. And most of the information out here, in one way or another, has a man behind it that's tainted it in some way. You need to be mindful, like what you're dabbling in. Like if you go and explore the Kundalini and go and look into it and see people that are genuinely have practiced and whatever, you can see it's a cautionary fucking tale. They'll tell you don't do it.
no, I agree, because after the crystal situation, I kind of took myself away with dabbling with anything, and I gave myself like the ultimate fear. So I spend a lot of my time just kind of going back and looking at like my sort of healing and programming and stuff. Like I find
So what was the problem with this? What was the problem with the crystals?
I don't know. I just every time like I was focusing on crystals, I was getting some sort of like weird dreams for one. Like I was always having like weird dreams, and I wasn't a person to dream full stop. And then that's when my not like just accepting like getting knowledge from nowhere. So that's when I started like kind of got connected to what people would call, I think, source. But then I would get like as humans, it was like people would just start like, arguments, and people would just start coming and causing problems with me, and like people in my life were like just causing issues for me in my life. It wasn't like entities, it was actual the people around me.
And you put that down to the crystals?
Yeah, because my life wasn't like that. Like I was a person that kind of just kept myself to myself. I didn't really have any qualms or any problems with people, and like then I just started people coming and falling out in my life, and I know that's to do with like your vibrations rising and all that sort of stuff as well, but that it became more apparent when I started messing with the crystals.
And okay, and you ditched the tarot cards as well?
I never done them. I got them just to I thought about doing them, but because of the crystal situation, I was like, nah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, man.
Because if crystals can do that, think what tarot cards can do, because that actually they can get connected to spirit and stuff with that. And I got scared, so.
Did you decide it was the crystals like shortly after using them, or were you using them for a while and then you decided it's the
It was
crystals?
about a year. I was using them for about a year, and then sort of COVID happened, and I took that time to kind of reflect on life and see what I done different, see what other things it could have been. But yeah, that seemed for me it felt like the crystals, to be honest.
Oh.
Yeah, fucking with them crystals, man.
Because they are the great harnesses of energy. Like they could be used for really good things again, but that's if you know how to use them right. And again, we're so like disconnected.
You're
We
the
don't know how to
optimum
do any
thing.
of these things.
You're the optimum thing. Crystal, gold, whatever the fuck you can see out there. You're the optimum thing of it. You don't need no. You don't need. You might need something externally just to get the fucking grip of what you actually are. But once you do, you don't need nothing external. You're connected to
Yeah.
source code. You don't need nothing tangible, something that you can hold in your hand. You don't need none of that. You don't need another person. It sounds crazy, but once you realize what like the way the earth's designed, everything's designed, you don't need nothing that is not part of source code. Like it doesn't
Yeah,
make
because
sense.
I agree with that. Because my cousin, she's a witch, so
Yeah.
I kind of had a conversation with her, and the more and more I thought about it, it was your spoken word. It's the words that come out of your mouth. It's what you tell yourself. It's how you speak about things, and then that's I started getting into like language and the etymology of certain words and stuff like that. And then I realized even how they've corrupted the words that we speak every day, because they really like whoever is corrupting the system knows how important the words that come out of your mouth are.
It's not even out of your mouth. It's what's vibrating in your head. More time you're having you're the person you'll speak to the most is yourself, and no one else is hearing that conversation. You're not speaking to
Yeah,
yourself in front of people when they're there. You're probably going to be speaking to them.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But most of the time, it's when you're talking to yourself. And talking to yourself, people want to think internal talk is when they're having an existential crisis or they're thinking about something deep. No, talking to yourself is when you're walking down the street and you think, oh, let me watch out for that. But you say, oh, fuck that, da, 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 da. And you got a negative connotation in your mind that your mind is running negative vocabulary.
And I had like a mad internal dialogue as well. Like, there wasn't a time in the day where there wasn't something going on in my head. Like, I was always having like thoughts and like maybe intrusive thoughts and all of these sort of stuff. So my biggest thing to overcome was to kind of silence my mind a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The main thing is your internal vibration. Everything
Yeah,
what you say, what you choose to say out your mouth is a reaction to what's going on in your head anyway.
yeah,
It's not the initial thing. You have to ponder on what you say before you say it. It's not. You have a thing called the limbic brain that governs your body. Your frontal lobe governs what you choose to say out your mouth. So
mm-hmm.
there's a million things happening before you actually speak. But the way we're what programmed is very very slow. Like that's why your whole life could flash in front of your eyes in a millisecond, but you couldn't do that genuinely. You couldn't even come up with half the memories that actually core to you because
Yeah.
you're programmed a certain way.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Yeah. So what are you looking for though, LT? What is it you're searching for?
I just want to help people. Like, obviously, I'm in a situation that I would never have been able to imagine myself in. And now, like, I realise that we've got so much power in our own, like, bodies, that, like, the ability to heal and all of these sort of things that people are so disconnected away from. I just want to help other people, to be honest.
You just want to help
Because
other
there's
people.
so many people that are going to be, like, like, the situation, like, with your... Mine's is I've got a immunosuppressed like issue, like, so it's inflammatory. So loads of people be going through things like that, and people just go to a doctor. And we've got so much power with things like even what you were saying about breathing and stuff. Like breathing is one of the best ways to heal a lot of different things within your body. But you would much rather go to the doctor and get like a tablet or
So do you not go to the doctor?
no. My doctor has flagged me off as a mad person. Because I
Okay.
keep telling them that my issues are down to like my nervous system and like the way that I think and stuff, and not down to like anything else. Like, and they just say everything is a disease, a disease, a
So
disease.
so
But
so so are you healing through breathing?
I'm getting there. Like, I'm getting better, and I'm finding like different ways, but I'm not there yet. And I'm struggling, to be honest. But I've
Are you
got
going
this.
faster than you would with medication?
No, I would be better off with education. But I've seen
No,
the
not education. Medication.
medication. Sorry, yeah, I would be like the medication they want to give me would probably like have my immune problems away within 3 months. But again, I'm very underweight, so it could also kill me. Um, but I have this like blind faith in my head, like just a knowing that what I'm doing is right, if that makes sense. And like I'm going through this situation because there is so much to learn from it, and it would help so many people.
It would help
I
so
know
many
that sounds
people
a
if
bit
you.
mad. I
It
know
would help so many people if you actually heal yourself through your thinking.
if I know how to do it, then yeah, like if I know, because we're here to teach each other. We're here to
But do you know how
learn.
to do it though?
Yeah, like it's just I've not got like the, I don't know. I don't have like a proper support network, and like there's loads of little different things that are kind of barriers in my way. But again, I'm quite lucky because every time I set an intention on something, the answer kind of falls in my lap.
Okay,
So
what are the things that you need to do to get better in
right, so I
your way?
need to build
In the
protein.
ideal world, with the support and whatever, what was it? What would you do?
So I need to like have like a proper good diet, but like I'm in a house that is not like sort of accessible for my situation. So I'm very limited in what I can do in my house. I'm basically housebound unless there's sort of someone available to like help me out and about and stuff just now. So I'm kind of restricted in a lot of different things. So it makes it more difficult to do.
So your issue is a mobility issue, but what is it that it is? Okay, I hear about the restrictions, right? But if you didn't have the restrictions, what is it that you would be doing to heal?
So a proper strict diet plan. I need to be doing like a sort of alkaline diet type thing. I need to be taking I need to take my 9 amino acids because that helps build proteins. So I can gain muscle mass quicker because you can't rely on just meat to build muscle mass because you're only getting a certain percentage from the animal. So if I have like the 9 amino acids, that like builds the proteins itself within your body. Um, doing like all different supplements to kind, because a lot of our foods are depleted and stuff now. So it's all to do with like sort of
Yeah,
diet.
respectfully, me and you could eat the same food. I'll turn my camera on and that, yeah. I'm eating this depleted meat and depleted food and that. You get me? I'm fucking eating it, right? And I'm fucking packing on the fucking muscle, right?
But
I
my
can't keep
body,
this stuff
there's
off
a
me.
gene,
Yeah,
in
yeah,
my
yeah,
body
yeah.
that
Gene.
stops me absorbing things properly.
Okay, okay, cool. But at least, but I feel like you're just fucking off the food and you're not even. Are you eating it?
I eat great, like I eat like a horse, like, but
Okay,
I
so
don't
you
eat
just
all
need
the
the extra
correct
supplement.
foods. Yeah, I don't eat the correct foods, and then I kind of go for like the quick, easy options. I still cook and I still like eat, like I eat
So
lots of like,
sorry, you said you eat great. What do you, in your mind, what does that mean? I eat
I
great.
eat 45 times a day.
Is that great?
Yeah, well, I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
I
because
mean, but what?
I'm
Yeah,
very
what?
underweight.
Yeah,
I'm
but then it
not
comes
going
down
and
to what you're
having
eating. Because
like
if you think, no, but that's what I'm saying. That's not what's
Nuts,
helping you, though,
yeah,
is it?
a handful
So
of nuts and that.
yeah, 4 to 5
Pork.
times a day is not really helping you. Even though that's a good thing, but it's not really helping you. So that's not what's actually great, is it?
No,
It's
it's
what you're
not, and
eating.
that's yeah, it's what. So I need to be focusing more on the kind of supplements and the minerals and all of this sort of stuff because my body is so depleted that
Yeah, but that's what I'm
it
saying.
needs
You
to
might
build
be
up.
letting yourself off by thinking, yeah, it's great that I am eating. So you're a bit more lapsed or laxed when it comes to what you're eating. when you should be like, right, cool, I've already conquered the times that the amount that I'm eating. My next stage is what I'm eating. I shouldn't even be like tapping myself on the back that I'm eating 5 times a day, because I've been done that. I should totally be
Yes.
focused on what I'm eating and be a
Mhm.
bit more, not harsher, but a bit more clinical with that.
Disciplined.
Don't, yeah. Don't
Yeah,
give
because I
energy to something that
definitely.
you've already conquered, and then you're wasting energy that you could be putting towards something else.
Yeah. No, I do need to
Okay,
focus
yeah.
on the.
So these supplements that you're talking about, the 9 amino acids and stuff like that, how much do they cost? Why can't you get them?
I didn't know what they were until about a week ago. So that's something that I spoke to someone both of us know about the amino acids, but I never knew what they were and I never spoke too much about it. I was kind of in a stage where I was kind of stuck. But the last couple of weeks, like, see that way you get to a point where you just get so frustrated because you're stuck and you just want answers. So the last couple of weeks I've kind of been on the search for the answers. So
The
I've came up.
okay, let's do it this way. The medication that you were
Mhm.
supposed to take, is it a whole bunch of different medication?
No, so see when you're going through chemotherapy and you need to take immunosuppressant, it's essential. It's like that. It's just like a lower dosage of chemotherapy medication.
Okay, now that chemotherapy medication has a name. I'm guessing.
Benepali.
Okay, so I'm guessing the ingredients may be online.
Yeah,
And I'm guessing from those ingredients, we may be able to reverse engineer and find out what natural substances are the equivalent.
that's smart.
And then we may be able to look into those type of herbs and whatnot. I don't know how readily available that information is. It sounds like the type of shit that would actually be blocked at a certain level. But I'm thinking that all medication, you just reverse engineer it and look for where they got it from.
That's very clever.
The natural sources, because
All medicine does come from herbs, though. Every single
Yeah,
pharmaceutical thing.
and you know yourself, Jedi. I'm big into my herbs, so that is very clever, and I'm actually disappointed in myself. I never thought of that. No, thank you. That's a because I used to years ago. I used to take the medication, so I'm sure even on my phone somewhere I've got a photo of what like it is
right,
because
right. But even if just Google it, because all medication will be online. It'll be online, right? Something about it, and then I don't know about finding the ingredients, and then finding the ingredients is going to be in these jargony, sometimes made up names, right? But then trying to find out what those ingredients are, or what they're derived from, or what they're trying to replicate. Which I think some of that is guarded. Some of that information is guarded, but there might be people on the net already talking about it. Do you know what I mean?
I joined there's this guy Clive de Carroll or something like that, and he's got this website called the Secret Health Club. So I bought a membership to it, and
You took the words out of my mouth. I was gonna say to you, how much was it? As
no,
soon as
but
you said,
well,
as soon as you
actually,
said Secret Health Club, I was gonna be like, yeah, how much?
it should have cost £89, right?
I should have,
And
but you got
yeah, no,
you got a what?
so see, I done the Barbara O'Neill conference a couple of months ago, and the guy says
How much
if
was that?
anybody, that one was expensive, but but the guy who was there, he
Hi, Flames.
says
You seen
if
a theme here, yeah?
Yeah, I see the
no, but the
patterns. Yeah.
guy says if
Continue.
someone can't afford, they should email and I'll give you the membership for a year for free. So the other day I emailed and they let me into the club for free.
LT, do
So
you
you've
think
not,
these are good people that
so
you're
you've not
getting
paid.
information from?
So
Sorry.
the I don't know, right? So when I was doing the Barbara O'Neill thing, like I'm a big fan of Barbara O'Neill.
Wait. Have you paid or have you not paid?
I didn't pay for the Clive guy.
Okay, cool, go.
I emailed them and they gave me the membership for free.
Send me
I
the
just
email, please. Send me
Yeah.
the email. Send me the email you sent them as well. Let me get him for free.
Yeah, I'll do that. And basically, the Barbara O'Neill Summit, when I done it online, but you could go in person, and it was over like I think 5 days, and she seemed to have these little glitchy moments on stage. I don't know. See, and her husband's a politician, and so I'm just I didn't know that either before. Like,
Look, man, I think, like, I'll be honest with you. You know, you're a lovely sister. I'm gonna be completely real. Yeah,
But I'm gonna have to ask you.
there's many predators out here.
No, there
Look,
is, and I've
look,
been caught out a lot of time.
1 second.
Sorry.
In fact, this system has been geared towards predators that prey on people that are looking for answers. And they're vulnerable in different ways. Yeah. And not to say that there's not some answers out there, but I've always grown up with this phraseology. Yeah, and be careful of people that's got their that's tried to sell you the dream in a bottle.
Mm-hmm.
The dream in a bottle is a very dangerous thing, and it's a ploy that I think most of the world is run on, trying to fill that void in mankind that's created by various different engineered and non-engineered anomalies that happen in life, and people end up looking for something desperate. That's why I asked you probably half hour ago, what are you looking for? Because, like, there's so many of us out here. Oh yeah, I tried this and then I tried that and then I went to this and I went to that. And I come to realize, yeah, you're looking for something. What is it you're looking for? And smarter men than me have sat down, worked it out, planned it, and whatever, and created multi-billion, $1 million businesses and all sorts, right? Where they fleece people in your demographic, people that are looking for something, and they always got this dream in a bottle, and they will always sell you something. This is why I have to ask you, how much is it? How much is it? Because I know that there's always someone selling it, and you're getting it for free now, probably on the website. More information that you want to get, you're gonna have to pay for it. And these people are smart. They can get you on the website. You see products that you want on the website, and you end up spending money anyway. Oh, we get you in for free. The membership ain't worth shit. Get me? We get you in for free. That's like saying to ladies, free before 11, because you're gonna come in and no self-respecting woman is gonna come in and not pick up a drink, even if that's her one drink for the day. It's business, and I feel like the era of the guru is over, man. Especially the guru that you have to pay for. It's over, man. You can get that shit for free. You got man like Jed's online for free. You get me? You got many other people online for free, spitting their little gems, giving their little 2 pence here, there, rare. Fuck a guru, man. This guru thing, man. You got all the information for yourself. You don't need no fucking gurus leading you this way and that way and asking you to pay. It's long. I'm just here for the entertainment. I ask people to pay to support me. I'm not here trying to sell you nothing. Do you know what I'm trying to say? My thing's different, just straight up. Yeah, hit the PayPal family. If you're enjoying yourself, you're getting entertained, show some love. Do you know what I mean? If I put out a product, I'm selling a product, innit? It is what it is. Big up the Patreon gang, supporting man all the time. That's how we do it. That's how we keep it. But like, oh yeah, I've got the secret medicine garden. Yeah, for rare a month. Come in, man.
I'm gonna stay quiet until you pay me. That's mad.
Yeah, there's too many of that. Come on, man. We need to stop. Like, fuck the gurus as well. They're all weirdos. They're all like, fuck the gurus, man. But we're not in that age anymore. You shouldn't be in that age anymore. I'm speaking for someone. Like, get me? I can't say I've been in that age, but we're not in that age anymore. We're in the age. We're not in that time anymore, man. People need to just snap out of this shit. Following people, man. Like, fuck all that, man. We need to allow that this is one of our greatest issues, our biggest cancers of the mind. Always looking for someone to follow us and to follow. Information is cool, but like, separate the information from the person, man. And all day long, the system is trying to show you, don't put your faith in no one. None of your black excellence, none of your leaders, none of your, they're showing you, they're exposing themselves all day long. You're entertainers, whatever, and we still don't get it. We're still so fucking thirsty for someone to lead us.
No, I hear that, because like I was the person, like I've been a person that's always kind of there for people, And the minute like I started to get sick, like that's when I realized that wait, I was there for a lot of people. Like I don't have a lot of people there for me. So I realized very early on that I'm out in this on my own.
Have you considered half medication, half herbs?
I like the medication. I probably would try if I was at a healthier weight.
What do you eat 5 times a day? Let's say, so you've got something that stops you from putting on weight, you said.
Yeah, so see whenever I get like sort of stressed and like worrisome and like it's just me all the time just now because I'm underweight and unwell. So it stops me from like I've got a very overactive brain and basically I lose weight just by sitting thinking too much all day. I know that sounds silly, but it's
Okay,
true.
wait. Did you say that you've got a protein that stops? There's something that stops you building protein or something. You said you got.
Yeah, there's 2 seconds. It is my where is it?
KJV, big up
My
yourself, man.
TT engine.
Sorry?
The TT engine, and it stops me from being able to absorb like break down proteins and like properly absorb like minerals and stuff.
So it makes it difficult for you to break down protein. Does that make it difficult to absorb protein? Because break down
Yeah, so
protein
it
meaning
doesn't
break
go in.
down meat.
It doesn't go into like so it won't go into like it'll go down it'll absorb into my system at a reduced rate basically.
So then eat more meat then.
But meat doesn't. Meat has a very low, like
Just eat
when
more. You should try the carnivore diet.
let me try to go the idea thing with.
Message that carnivore girl, and she's on YouTube. She's on Instagram, carnivore fitness. Yeah, message her and say, "Yo, I seen you on Jedi's thing. You said I should chat to you, and then have a chat with her because she knows she's quite knowledgeable. Now, I believe that there's diets for extreme circumstances, and that might be one that you might want to consider.
Yeah, because I've been kind of steering away from red meat.
Yeah, I mean, it was whatever. You steering away from red meat. I feel like you need to eat all the meat that you can. Yeah. All the protein and all the and that's just for the protein. And then for the putting on weight, you obviously need to be eating carbs. So you said you eat 5 times a day. What do you eat?
So in the morning I'll have a smoothie with fruits, and then I've got like these wee protein balls that I make. That'll be a snack between, and then I'll have like egg with avocado and toast for my lunch, and then another like snack in between that, and then dinner I'll have like some sort of like lentil broth type thing.
Oh my fucking god!
This ain't nothing that will help you put on weight, you know.
Oh my
People eat
fucking
this that are trying to lose weight.
You trying to shit? Yeah, and lentil fucking broth. You just trying to shit like what? Hold on. So where was the thing that was gonna make you put weight on?
The proteins in like the lentils.
How many calories a day does a woman need to be in a? Does a woman need to intake in order to maintain her weight?
It works out about 2,100 calories, like because it was the dietitian that. Because I have a
We say
dietitian.
what you're eating works out to 2,100.
Yeah.
What kind of eggs is that? How many calories in a lentil soup?
It's, if you've got like lentils, potatoes, sometimes I'll have like mung beans. Like it's not just broths. Like sometimes I'll have like stews, and they'll be like quite hearty stews.
Why don't you have some oxtail in that or something? Some fucking.
I used to eat like all I used to eat was lamb. Like,
yeah,
I
but
used
you
to
can't
eat lamb.
afford to not eat meat though. Like your whole body's telling you that. Well, are you all right? You can't not eat meat. What are you doing?
You know what you
This,
should do, LT?
Because
If you really feel serious on,
I've got active inflammation, I was told that the meat makes it worse.
who told you that?
A few different people.
Yeah, cool, but they're not underweight, trying to get some weight on. Do you know what I mean? You need to eat some food, bruv. Yeah, you need to eat some meat, bruv. Like the hell are you doing? This vegan thing's killing you. Now you saw that guy that I know, INAP. His child died. Rare, 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 rare. He's now in jail for neglect and all these things, all over the paper. Monster, everyone's calling him. Yeah, and I'm saying these extreme lifestyle choices, sometimes you might not see it as being extreme, but for your circumstance, someone in your circumstance that is already having a protein intake issue, and you're battling an immunity situation, you need to eat some meat, bro. You need a chicken soup.
Kind of wait until I've gained some weight and then focus on what I want to put in my body after, sort of thing.
I think now's not the time to be gangbanging over meals. I think now's the time to just be all inclusive. Like, yeah, boom, I'm eating that. Yeah, cook with meat fat. Like, just you need to bulk up. Man. Yeah, cool. We can work on that later, like refining it down, getting it all, hippie and that. But right about now, you need to eat burgers, you need sausages, you need chops, you need steaks, you need wings, you need fries.
if you're trying to put on mad weight, you just eat what Sneaks eats. You'd be good in a week or something.
Wow. Sneaks, you should come up and deal with him.
That's true though, isn't it? Sneaks must be eating good.
Wow. Sneaks. If you don't jump on your pussy bitch. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think that my advice to you is get the meat back in, because you're saying, oh, you can hardly, there's not really that much protein in a steak, but I have lentil soup. Are you having enough? No. Come on, LT, man. What are we doing? Them radiated lentils. Allow that, man.
Yeah, because the lentils are probably depleted as well anyway.
Exactly. So we need to you need to get back on the meat
Jump
smoothies.
on the meat.
Yeah, the meat smoothies, pate on the toast, two sausages or whatever, burger, patties, minced meat. You need to get back to the spag bowl and all these things. You need to get in there. You need to start bulking. Spag bowl was a bad idea because I feel like mince is the lowest quality meat. But either way, it's calorie.
So I used to eat a lot of meat, right? And I even used to make my own mince meat. So that's like, I used to be a proper meat eater.
And you was at a good weight them times.
Yeah, I was a wee bit chunky.
And you was healthy. You didn't have this thing. So anyway.
This thing was
What came first? What came first? The illness or the veganism? Or the vegetarianism or whatever you call it?
Actually, the illness, I got it when I was quite young. It is caused by stress, but it's only usually brought on by stress. Like, it's not normally something that lasts for a long time.
Yeah, it's lasting because your body...
Because I changed my diet.
Yeah, that's not very clever. That's not very clever at all. I didn't look. We just got to the root of it. You need to eat some food, man. Basically, like you're in a situation where your society doesn't permit for the diet that your morals want, and your morals or whatever your higher sense will need to like take a back seat for your immediate health and nutrition, and we're gonna have to work it out from there, because obviously when you get your own farm and you do your own thing or whatever, then you'll be able to feed yourself and get all the nutritions and stare at the sun. And do you know what I mean?
I hear that.
Have
and then
daisies
that kind of opens up more options when it comes to like getting food and taking some of the stress off myself, because I've got loads of aunties and stuff that would love to come and make some red meat for me.
and get a burger. Don't worry about red meat. It's any meat, just meat. Forget about the red meat thing. Like,
no, it's
get
just I'm saying red meat because lamb. I used to eat lamb basically every single day.
Cool. Get some chicken breasts. Get me. Do some grilled chicken and all these type of situations, man. Make it happen. Like I
Hang
said,
your
man.
suits and tatties.
Yeah, treat yourself to a shepherd's pie.
I don't like shepherd's pie.
Treat yourself to a moussaka. Treat yourself to a moussaka, a casserole.
What you were saying about oxtail, I think that will be the first thing. I
Yeah,
eat
yeah,
because-
yeah. And you're gonna end up with a casserole. No one's gonna judge you. You know what I mean? Yeah, me. You know, man. We know how you get down. Say cottage pie, shepherd's pie.
I'll have
Get
you
me?
know, I can cook.
Yeah, I know.
Cook very
You
well.
know how to open the tin and warm up the ravioli. I get you, man. Big up, man.
I can cook chapatis. That's
Yeah,
that's difficulty level 7.
that's between you and Sneets. Oh yeah, and Flames, by the way. So Flames ears did prick up now, huh?
No, but
No,
LT, it
I
sounds
hear
like
that, but thank you for the
what you
advice,
should be doing.
Jedi. Sorry?
It sounds like you know what you should be doing. It's just that you've got a lot of earful of other opinions and you've internalized them.
I've got a lot of fear. I'm not going to lie. I carry around a lot of fear about lots of different things just now, and I think that's just because I am in such a sort of, let's say, vulnerable place.
I hear you, but then you're here, you're alive, you got all the opportunities, all the possibilities. You know what I'm saying? You got to feel strong within yourself and feel motivated.
Flames is just like, get over it. Get over it.
Eat the meat. Shut the fuck up.
No, well, I kind of am, because if you look, you can sit there and ponder on it. You could think about certain things. Granted, obviously, you got other things that are hindering your lifestyle, whatever, whatnot. But the things that you're contemplating are the things that you can actually do something about. Do you know what I mean? Like you said,
No,
you
I
eat
hear
5 times a day. Then you've mentioned like you're not an idiot. Someone just said something that you already know, but made it understandable in a sense. Like you break down your diet, you would automatically say, yeah, these things don't really help you put on weight.
Yeah.
You would say
No,
that
I
yourself.
do. No, I do. I do know that, and that's where I have struggled with the diet part of it, because I try and balance like the morality of not wanting to sort of eat meat, and then knowing that I desperately need meat, to be honest.
It's gonna sound a bit. Happiness
And
comes
I've
from
never
within. You
say
can't
that
find it
out
out
loud again. I've just realised what I say. It's like, as he's the worst person to say that in front of.
Morality, cool. I hear it. You want to save the animals or whatever, but you know, at the same time, there's this is why people have this argument about, okay, your veganism stops once you're actually stranded in the wilderness. The veganism is just done now.
But the moral argument is a flawed argument, though.
Why?
If you're saying, "Oh, I'm going to kill plants," and they've done studies that saying that plants are alive, if you
They're
snap a
very
plant, you will hear it.
conscious.
You will hear it scream. It actually release. If you cut a plant, it's a different thing that gets released in the plant than to just snapping the plant. You're better off tearing your lettuce than chopping it. It does different things to your body. So now you're actually fucking with life, like energy. Source code is the green stuff, and that's the stuff that you like. I don't get it. Like I don't understand that. It don't make no sense. Like that you like saying, "Oh, morally, I can't kill animals or whatever, whatnot." But if you let a certain animal exceed its capacity to be on Earth or whatever, whatnot, you're gonna have an imbalance. We're here to like govern Earth. Like you got so much cows, you're gonna have mad cow disease, all of these things. How are you gonna regulate all that shit? You know what I'm saying? There's a balance to everything. There's a balance to everything. You can't just say, right, yeah, right. If humans only ate vegetation, the world will be way more fucked than you lot think you lot are doing to it now by eating animals. There'd be nothing.
You think so? No,
If everyone got on this vegan thing, Jed,
I think that if we were vegan, or if we all lived off plants and vegetation, I think we'd live in way greener areas. That's what it'd be. We just live in greener areas because a lot of us we just be growing shit everywhere, like shit we could eat.
100%. I hear you. But because obviously they got the illusion of the world's a small place, there's population growth, da 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 da. Well, you step out of London, there's vast lands everywhere. I get what you're saying still, but then I'm saying what's promoted here, you ain't like salads are not promoted. Do you know what I'm saying? They're promoted. like salad, green eating, whatever you want. It's promoted because it's monetized. And what the salad that we're getting, we're paying guapanese for it because it's promoted.
Do you know what? The funny thing about salad is,
Yeah.
there's so much people that don't eat salad.
They
You know what I'm
don't
saying?
don't eat greens.
You are echo. Yeah, there's so many that salad seems like a bit of a Western thing in a way, you know. I'm checking it out. I'm thinking, who introduced the salad? Because it's better. Like when I look at indigenous people, they're not eating salad, cuz I don't know what they eat. I mean, they're eating their food, whether if it's the meat and their maize or whatever, but they're not. They don't have a bowl of salad. Oh,
Yeah,
you
it's
get me
like
with salad
greens and like
dressing.
tomatoes at the side, but it's not like the salad like they have here.
But there's different types of salads in it, and obviously salad is a mixture of a few vegetables or whatever you want to put together. But in, like you said, indigenous people, they might just like there might be certain area where there's cucumber, and that's what's good for that area, that region. Like obviously, we don't eat
Yeah,
seasonally.
we put our vegetables. We cook with our vegetables. Yeah, but salad just on the side, the salad. That's not really a very indigenous thing, I don't think. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I know what I'm saying still.
No, 100%. But I agree with you. But then I think most of them, like, we don't eat seasonally. We don't eat. We're meant to eat stuff that's grown on this land for us to be kind of optimum, but we don't. Based on the environment that we're at, everything that's good for us grows near us. If we if we're in tune with nature, you know what I'm saying? We're in a colder climate. We're meant to eat food that's built for a colder climate, but we will eat the same shit year round and wonder why we got all of these illnesses and all this like lack of mental vibration in a sense. Pause.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about that. There's a echo flame. Yeah, eating seasonally. Yeah, heard a lot about that still.
Yeah, just now we're supposed to be like in the, do they call it crucible vegetables or something like it? What's the word?
Crucible?
So like you,
I never heard of that.
Word? So like your like parsnips and yeah, like your sort of all the stew sort of like good hearty stew type vegetables.
So when are you gonna get the chicken wings on?
Literally, I'll do a delivery tomorrow and I'll order them tomorrow.
Come on, let's start, man. Let's start.
Because
Get
like
the full
I
fat
don't know,
version
there's
of
been
everything.
because I'm already making one. What'd you say?
Full fat version of everything, and chuck in a pack of crisps as
See, I
well, man.
always I have like, so my biggest downfall is my sweet tooth, so I have chocolate when I shouldn't have chocolate.
Oh,
But
naughty girl.
sugar is like one of my sort of biggest downfalls. But I think
Okay,
I'm
cool.
already saying that I'm not
Sprinkle
having
some sugar on the steak, and you're good then.
No, but I do like, so I do still have all my like I do cook with spices and stuff like that, so I would be able to still season food. So
Yeah, you've been jerking up some lentils.
yeah, I do. I make them all taste nice and meaty.
Meaty. Trying to make veg taste like meat, so you don't have to eat meat. Mad.
But I'm already not taking the medication, so I'm sure if I go one other direction for a little while, then I've already made an allowance in one way by not taking the medication. So I think I might need to just try the meat thing for a while.
Yeah,
Work on your mindset, though.
I think secretly you're trying to sabotage yourself from healing.
See, I don't know that. Like, it's funny you say that because I have been a bit of a self-sabotager in the past.
Yeah, I think secretly, subconsciously, you're sabotaging yourself from healing. Yeah.
And just kind of
like, yeah, I'm gonna eat like a rabbit. I'm gonna eat like a rabbit. Have you ever seen one of them films where like a stranger gets found, all like shot up or all mauled by some wild animal or whatever, and then the kind person takes them into the cabin and dabs them down with the cloth and tends to their wounds, and over time they can start eating little bowls of soup, and then they start eating other stuff, and you never really see them eating salad.
No, you don't. It's always big hearty.
Yeah, it sounds like, get some meat on the table and that. Obviously, you start with this special little herb concoction, the soup. That's the starter. Nice. Now, man needs a steak, innit?
Also, did you know? Fat people get fatter by thinking that they're getting fat by eating. Skinny people get skinny by thinking that they're losing weight because they're not eating. That actual thought process releases the same enzymes, and your body reacts to a certain degree based on your thoughts. You don't even need to be eating fat food, but you're thinking you're getting fat.
Yeah, because I've always kind of struggled with gaining weight, but I've always says I struggle to gain weight. So again, I speak that sort of into reality. So it's yeah. Because I've never been like a very, very fat person, if that makes sense.
Teach LT how you gain weight.
By thinking that I'm gaining weight.
Do you know what? For $5.99, I can teach you how to gain weight, you know.
I'm gonna buy you a meal.
Have you got an email address where I can email for a discount?
Jedi's secret weight gain got something.
But you know the mad thing is, if you marketed that, right, people will buy into that, bro. You can market a bag of shit, people will buy it.
Yeah.
This is a
First
moment
secret
for
to
me
gaining weight
because
is
eat meat.
eat some meat. Eat some meat, man. Pause. Oh yeah, you're gonna have to tap into your inner carnivore.
I think I honestly think it'll be
and
easy
whatever on
because
the
it is
table.
something that I think
get some
about
veg on the
often.
table as well. You know, I like you doing your avocados. Get that peanut butter in. Do you like peanut butter?
Yeah, I have it with apples.
Yeah, man. Get that crunchy peanut butter in. Eat nuts, high in fat. Get some fats on. You know what I mean? And then obviously, as you start regaining strength, you're gonna be doing more physio, more movement, more stuff. Just start engaging your muscles and start building up the muscle with the high protein. You know.
Give yourself some food challenges as well. Just say, today I'm going to eat this, 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 this. I'm going to try and get through this, 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 this. And just have it there ready. Over order and don't throw it away. Try shit that you ain't tried before.
Say that again.
Try shit you ain't tried before. If you're going to get Chinese, grab something that you ain't tried before. Add it to your order. Don't just get that. Add it to what you would normally get.
Just for the sake of having more, that just bulk up.
But like I said, listen, if you got the faculties to understand what's going on and you've got the capabilities to do something about it, then you're in power.
Yeah.
Ain't no one gonna give you anything more. They're just gonna help you realize what you're capable of.
And I think it all kind of boils down to belief as well. And I always speak about like if people are judging other people's religion and stuff, I'll always say, but that's their belief, and you can't harm other people's beliefs because that's what works for them. So I think I'll need to start using that in myself and like, well, you know that this is going to heal you for a little while, so you need to do it while you can heal, or else I might not be so lucky tomorrow.
I don't know about healing you, but it's gonna make you put weight on.
No, I know. That's what I mean. Like, but for me to be able to heal and get stronger, I need to be able to gain weight.
We just want it so your bones don't crack when you sneeze. Do you know what I mean? That's it. You want you to be able to lift your head up. You know? Yeah.
No, I really appreciate it because,
like
again, not many people people don't really talk to me about these things, and because I'm very opinionated when it comes to being like natural and stuff, a lot of people have just kind of distanced themselves rather than say, "No, listen, mate."
No, but you're talking about being natural, but is not eating meat natural? Like, is that actually natural, or is it just an option?
I don't know. Like, see when you hear something and you feel that that's right. Like, I don't, because I used to when I used to eat meat, I only buy from halal shops. So I was always under the impression that they were being prayed over anyway. But then, like, like I started getting into like frequency and stuff, and people were like, "But when you're eating meat, you take on the frequency of the animal, and that's death." So that kind of worried me, to be honest. I know, that might sound so silly to you, but I'm like in a place where like things like that kind of worry me, and like.
But LT, even if that's true, this is what I'm trying to break down to you. You are the optimum thing. Even if that is true, that all right, cool, eating certain animals is gonna affect your mindset or whatever, whatnot. But you've been created such a way to overpower and like near enough anything, even if it's the most negative. You have the power to overcome that. Like there's people that will be able to do things that don't seem scientifically possible, whatever, whatnot. Like they tell us.
You know what I just noticed?
Go on.
Elsie's not afraid of demons, but she's afraid of a burger. Oh, the burger will take over my mind. Let me just do my kundalini
and eat my lentils.
Oh, shit, for real.
No, I kind of see when someone says it out loud.
2 donuts back to back, and
Sorry?
I went gym. Yeah, I'm literally doing crack after like 10 years of saying I wasn't gonna do it.
Sugar is the original.
On the live stream, I'm having my first drink after 2 years of sobriety. I'm fucking Denzel Washington in flight.
What's the occasion though? What's going on? It's all popping off tonight. Yeah?
I ended up with some donuts. They're sitting there, and all of a sudden, I've ate one. Now I've ate 2. Mad.
I'll have 2 biscuits, and then the packet will disappear.
Just ruined. A very successful. Look what I've done. I get all this talk from LT. Let me just go to the box and just say, yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna have a third one.
Yeah, clear, just fill the box, man. Get rid of the box so you don't need to do it again.
Yeah, so you don't need to put yourself through that.
Just all of it so you don't need to do it again.
Right.
What kind of donuts is it?
Put this away. Were you not waiting for some ASMR or something?
No, I'm asking what kind of donuts they were.
Krispy Kreme is the only type of donuts that exists.
What kind of Krispy Kreme ones? The glazed ones?
It was an assortment.
What, the glazed, yeah, Judge?
I said it was an assortment. Mad thing. 3 donuts, you know.
At least you didn't rob Greg's.
I don't even recognize myself. Who am I?
Yeah, you're gonna be thinking like a donut for the next couple of days, bro.
Yeah, because there's egg in there, so it's like, you know what I mean, the spirit of the little
the menstrual cycle.
Egg, yeah, the little egg fetuses, little egg embryo.
It's funny how I still eat eggs though, because that's like the most disgusting of meat because of it's basically a period.
Don't worry, man. It's gonna be a burger tomorrow. What are you eating tomorrow?
I think I'm going to go straight back into the deep end and go straight for the lamb, to be honest, because
The
I love
lamb,
the
yeah.
taste of lamb.
You keep mentioning the lamb, like you've been
I love
fantasizing over
lamb.
lamb.
No, because in Kenya they have this thing called nyama choma, and it's like fried lamb, and they like kind of barbecue it, and it's amazing. So I think I might actually put an order into the family restaurant and get someone to deliver me some nyama choma.
Mm. There you go, yama choma. Yeah, man. Get some yama choma, man.
Oh, the other guy's away.
Where did you nick them from? Wow. That is racist.
You put them through as a cucumber.
That is so racist, man. Sainsbury's.